So my be na efri yaniara ye boy embera ye a ebeye ye nondo abo apahu sima du miensa aha eye Unity Radio 103.9 ade a chen bia se nenso ye de Anopa bro jumedi a efi juada kopim fiada Unity Radio ye de bremo ya to din se Anopa Bosuo yatena se nei na ye mamu nyina chen ema mo akwa babiu na ye bisam so se mo na otwi ekosen. How was your weekend? You just say trade ampo adaromanti bibia koi said ye was a echo and that for coming from my birthday weekend. You can imagine and expect to say there is more fire, more energy, more desire to even be here this morning. Yadama say some Jibreza and open so many betna say di Jumain na ya dwendwene ye my Ghana hona afi and some etwa go agudie mu anything news yade abramum manucho magandi gaucho margarita la molina mempeme ho asam Worcester Master Jesus said ye kalusha se yankano no atenase and Ken Kalusha nso atenase king of sports, king of commercials, king of adeba akona no de mean to me emodin emamu nyina achibio mamu akwaba manu.
Yes.
Abom to saying
nyame adomo yeguso it's a cold the day after yesterday, I mean, a lot of snow, a bit of snowing, but I think it's a great weather today. I don't know, but personally, I'm liking the weather today. I mean, it looks like Christmas did not go away after all, so we're still on. So
and Monday Anopa.
Yes.
I want to see smile on your face after resting for the weekend. You should come to the studio on Monday morning looking smiley, not serious. At the end, I see your Ghana. Why is serious with phone social share? We investment here, Shana. Huh?
So,
Kalu investment here, Shana. Because this is investors in the come or Ghana.
Oh, yes.
Omudo musika akwashe we mono bond mono. Omusu.
Exactly, I mean, it's not easy.
Omusu.
Yes.
They are making it look like and yet so odusika kraba babeshe Ghana.
Yeah.
I said security ni ho. Abayino Esan lo a open and
yeah, I mean,
man for sika, man for kamene uti news no. People who are part of debt from the debtors
restructuring.
Yeah,
I mean, almost restructure. I'm talk government bonds.
So they say IMF no.
Yeah,
because they say IMF deal no be off.
Yeah, but it's painful. It's painful. And
they are saying they won't
more
do
than
it.
30-40 years.
They don't want to do what the government is asking.
So because there are no options.
Abinasa extended deadline. He gave them a deadline. They didn't sign it.
Yes.
And now he's extended it to the end of this month. And they said they won't sign it until if he calls them to meet with them, they will come. Yeah. But they are not going to sign it. So it's a tough situation for the government. Yeah. And if they don't get the 3 billion supposedly now,
economy will crash. I've seen Gabriel should have lots of tweets. Yeah. I mean, in that regard.
And what will happen to Ghana, especially the city?
Exactly.
And the city in the best skyrocket. Yeah. So we are living in dangerous moments.
Times. Yeah. I mean,
and we are sitting on tenterhooks.
I mean, we're telling you, lucky to be. You are living in dangerous times. Maybe there's the time it is coming to, because you don't even know what to do again. Ghana banks and so the collapse now. People have lost their investments. Some robbers about so. In a few some of my say government bonds. Nigeria don't crank in the life in ya. I saw a 65-year-old man crying on UTV channel, crying like a baby. Say I don't know idea and retirement package. So every month be jawa could do crisis and restructure. And the bad news is that restructure crap the whole of 2023 you don't gain anything on your bonds. Then 2024 more 5%, then a further 10 or 15%. And sana they will spread it in 6 years. And so
very bad.
It looks very, very gloomy. It doesn't look good. And when some of us sit back and look at the excesses we spoke about, I mean, President or play more high flights in the idea. It becomes a bit sad for some of us and very sad. So people might say, why are you going there? But that's the truth. Yeah, then if you reckless borrowing, spending in the idea, and then you do say, as much as there was COVID, there was Russian Ukrainian war. I don't think all economies around the world are facing it. And I'll sit back and relax and say that, you know what, this is a worldwide, a global phenomenon which is happening. But the more you think through it, the more it is Ghana. I remember there was this DSSI, that Sustainability Initiative whereby everybody says, you won't say most of these countries for the past 5 years and 7 years, they went for that initiative. But led by Ken Oforiatta, they said no. Any Charles, Edu Wine, they said no way, we don't have to go for it. NCC and then many because we need to pay our debts. Togo near the they've had a halt on it, and it's getting worse because Benin or the back. That's the one far opportunity. It comes but once. They don't have time for some of your shenanigans. Say one year have no copacho, and it keeps getting worse. From what Gabi is saying, so within the next 2-3 months, February. President Sam of February said, "Oh, this is kind of bad." That's a scan and bar. You'll be in fire. Tenterhooks, bad situation. I mean, friends told me that the dollar. I'm saying, keep your dollar, my friend. A cry in terms of agriculture and dwindling importation there. You can't tell me the dollar was sustainable here the other form. I mean, just around the time NDC at the Congress, they were able to mute them at their Congress to talk about the dollar because now Bafo Mama and I'm 18 there. But as you speak now, lemonade cried the money. So it looks bad. I mean, in terms of the bonding, just like you said, it's the biggest news in Ghana now.
We'll be getting in, so don't get ahead of yourself. So the exactly. Sports also.
Yes.
Because there were a lot of sporting activities, of course, over the weekend. We can't throw our eyes off. I was saying, Dimon Komopa here. Mama, we'll look at them now. Yeah, share how to navigate on this particular issue. You know, you share former NPP mana. Now I was saying, our story on Friday now. Yen to me and share. Abaya extended domestic debt exchange program, no deadline, not to for the third time. Until unse Dakon Gabi, Ochre, and so I send a strong warning to opponents of debt exchange program of what can happen to Ghana. You say contractor coin na say a coin na anka dan we see contractor na nani den agene onim kwan yi pa na kanwa na hu say ano ehye nti Gabi ontonabo na amanfo nim say oman ni hiamoa but equally almost interest no musika amodi akoche mo investment omo life here you be heading in traitors and opportunists. Dr. Asamoah Jabs resigning ministers. Dr. Kofi Amwa Wajabo Alanchamaten Akoto Free mo. Former NPP MP accused of inciting delegates to vote against Baumia. Ye cancel story way Friday, but we couldn't discuss it. Now, a very important. You can say and National Security Attorney General and IGP directed by court to apologize to a journalist. Journalist Beya Agrada re-arrested. Nana Agrada mo catch him say court say omuhia warrant akwakwachino na yesa akwachi Agrada. These are some of the issues ye call politics any in some APP ewo ye man mu yebedi mu enkomo na wonso watumi ede wadwenkyere ede aba aha Unity Radio 103.9. There are so many ways I'll be to me join here, but before I tell you that mamima Ken Kalusha kwaba Kalu I say no wadwene ni are wa weekend oh, a simple question. One am for adwene ekwa akiri won nsem bi hu. Me bisa o kakra bi say wa this weekend.
So bi am ba weekend, bi no oba no bi aso mba weekend yankoso.
O kasa no yanti o.
So bi am ba weekend, bi no so no oba weekend bi na yankoso.
Ah wa ma weekend. Oh okay, now
bi no oba weekend. No bi aso no oba weekend. Ti yankoso.
Okay, ose obi am weekend. Na chese weekend na hoda ho. Kalu, sportingly, what happened? But before that, my man for Akwaba.
I ever be Akwaba.
Nekai say, "Are you papa?"
Are you papa?
Ne mama na ochudane ye. Saturday be. Saturday be.
Have a date number.
I was 49 Lafayette Street.
Oh, okay.
I was 21st.
Okay.
So 21st is Saturday.
Saturday.
Manu chona ahead of dates.
Date
pa because I say girl bi man yam hye no pa sa time no high school no enti if you no for date ni agro girl no baka chen say ni date na pa ho.
I rather don't joke with periods.
Period come with date enti na make say no
I make sure that I never miss my period when I was in school. I was always in class.
Manu,
make sure that things are done right.
I shall see you. Before I bet to us, no, and then so a holiday. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Until you de kai, and then say come Black History Party. Then big day for Black History. The Martin Luther King. You kai Martin Luther King, and then quite strong kosokra because umat eneme ma eneme enewo timi. Inya no kasa to aba ko school because of Martin Luther King Jr. Internet special day. I was say to me they honor Martin Luther King Jr. My Uncle P is watching. Uncle P, pure love. My own Uncle P, I mean no agro. Me give this a wapom ye. Uncle P. Uncle P is watching.
Yeah.
That's why very inactive. To me can't just say the Gabi as I watch that come warning no. Memma warning. Oh phone so. Or see memma warning.
May active.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uncle P also very active. Also very active.
Yeah, I'll be very potent from hence.
Kalu, my mental synopsis over the weekend. And your course, no sports no.
Over the weekend, normal be course right from Saturday and Sunday. Na Sunday na depa Sunday there. Na more day. Let me say Sunday. Sunday me ka efie Arsenal and Tottenham. Why be Manchester and Man City. So me number Sunday.
Yes.
Now na match.
The ball unti na say then.
Oh yeah.
Eno kwa.
Between sure.
United on Saturday, yeah.
Man, shall I come baby?
So na say onya ko baby na wanije. Na wo fie ho e chen.
Me feel man
he was okay. He was happy.
This weekend there, man baby and me feel.
Wo fie ho e chen club no Mexico.
Me ya men kasa.
What day?
Kasa na obi for do magic.
Na wanije na e de Kalu.
Nice weekend.
Your life back po.
Birthday audi no. Kofi susu ma ekodi birthday bi.
Yeah, Kofi. Saturday
no.
I say Saturday no mo frame me na mo bisa say. Then na ekosu bad. Birthday we me dino on a very
solemn.
Manu choka promise me when.
I say ntwem ebeba.
Hey.
Them so ko chile o baby. Now you was so
also the gift baby.
I don't know one frame me. So ko chile seminim. So I don't know one frame.
Ko chile na najman I saw me pie no we call a long horn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Na najman me pie. Any my wife. I'm not someone they call long horn. That's it.
Exactly. So you were out. I came to your home. You were out. I knew you were out.
Are you lying? Holistic lie.
How will I know you went out?
How can you come home?
How will I know? No,
I've
not seen any picture.
Na najman cry yes. Snap video be near.
No.
You might have seen a picture. Look, I'm not there. Because I was home the whole day. Later, no else offer. And then birthday man from.
Yeah, I came. You were out.
Sister, maybe.
That's a gift to them.
Sister, the birthday. Sister, the birthday. I know you had share a friend Mavis.
Mavis then.
Yeah, my name second. You know the first one.
Mavis, by Kofi Yiri Mavis, Anna. Huh?
Kofi Yiri Mavis.
But
you say friend Mavis. Now, Minister Kofi Yiri.
Nasa Kofi Yiri the Mavis. I don't count Usrana. Oh yes, actually,
Kofi Yiri so Kogana. No, so Yiri for be me by a friend Mavis.
Kofi Yiri the no Kogana. Kofi Yiri the no Kogana.
Kofi sprayer.
Kofi sprayer na Yiri Mavis na Okana. Nye me.
Na na me so Kogana. Na na
Yiri me nko Ghana. Me wa ha.
Oh sir.
Me wa. Okay. Ade sembe na besa okane na no pe.
Me kan no sembia me see ye start e ko yire.
Me say me free Kofi to live.
Kofi fan you actually say the wife no we kan na me ba oka sem na ama for.
Debi na o si Kofi yire ko Ghana dia.
Ko Ghana.
Na che say
unim so ko Ghana na ka che so ko Ghana.
Me obinim so ko Ghana.
Oh okay. And they so ko Ghana.
Kofi si na yire ko Ghana.
Me say Kofi yire ko Ghana.
Kofi
na no de bi ko ni so ko Ghana onje ni.
Na me ameso da bia me hu me ususu ko Ghana. Me ni me Michael after school program the yeah omo cut at ni omo after school program at the front omo ko gan Kofi o de kawaze ni Kofi ka sa off answer
ya ko eti ya ko sorry What's up for you?
I'm going to air. Number never to air. Go view today. Now, Circuit Court and High Court and Supreme Court.
Supreme Court for Supreme Court. I'm not going to
Kofi Ahina, when birthday na the King Kaluja Koe.
I am back on the May.
And your visa. Okay. It's your no intimate. Now, Kofi, you call Ghana.
Opo, what am I
Kwaku from ball, yeah, they are several ball.
I have somebody else YouTube radio, what else
okay, Unity Radio 1039. I know that radio no say den
it's a family radio.
Yeah, family radio na concert ni joke kakra. So I don't be too serious with life. So that no I informal kakra. Kalu, yango now kakra.
Your call sister me I could the birthday or na ho let here pa na yi asida ke sepa na de be ma so for yire maybe what on the minimum send him on a host here kama pa ma say no makoso enti nikosi ada ne de na mehefie na I will just enjoy myself ball no de hey what a league
yeah
match is mu here de
I mean Chelsea den pena yem ya I mean Chelsea den dem ya pa
Chelsea akwabia ba o ye fe de Benoit Badia Chelsea no
they didn't ever change because
yeah but you know smart say man for so hu ball but I say o three partner ko yi pa ma none on the movement me na like his movement na that they see na or very alert out to me
they are back they will do
from the almost to me we need this particular match in there let's say I'm nice paddle so kakra but then match yeah more waka City Manchester United here I was surprised in a way because Manchester City I don't know what is happening to them because match way there nanka for them to lose but I don't know say diminishing returns next 13 Man City power to me take lead power rivals power say the boost side of Manchester where that be where they are not sure now I almost to me lose concentration Emma for be come back be share 2 goals
unse nya call this is here lady no o say friend of Barbara say mu o say ono na Kojo Alan Chematin oye one of the campaign managers abroad New York ti what say the Unity Radio left to right angles baby say
that's one ba how win
unyayen
I mean it's over
unyayen na oni kasana omayen and the communicators ni bi na na we say Alan I resign there the road is clear
exactly
na mutumi dijuma anti me say ebema no number no so afra over the weekend am see weekend Kalusha na be adwuma but be bo nyum ratata na kra wantimi amebo so ba be bo reggae oba na afrobeat
na ginem
any hip life no be boy
and also but yeah bo conscious music akran so reggae yeah you've still not lost parts of that one I mean we say weekend you have
manu man get straight into sports
my
nan say snow nti na Kalusha see snow ato nti ene no person turn ball na
I mean that's
nti elite kakra but moment get straight into action na yen matches across over the weekend the biggest news Mudryk snubbing Arsenal for Chelsea that's what goal for Arsenal goal headline
they should rewrite it better than Arsenal were not ready we're stubborn and Chelsea snatched it out of their jaws.
No, but Arsenal were making progress, and I'm not going to go fear J. Casamoya Peperodo. The player says, I want to play for Arsenal. The team says, this is his valuation. Meet it, now more just the ass, more tired of our mother.
But you know, I called you Hijack FC. I knew what was coming. I mean, I knew what I was saying. You see, Tomboli, he needs a manager in that regard. Say Mark Grabnowski. It looks like Otina or no poor because one the boy it's a risk.
He went with the sporting directors.
No, but he
no, but
he has that backing is from him. I know Arsenal attention to Trossard. Better Trossard and so Arsenal is
no Trossard. They said now Chelsea was linked with was it Trossard and Moses Caicedo, 2 more players from Brighton,
and the rest were still there. I mean, let's see how it goes.
He's going to sell. Sterling, BBC cry.
For me,
they've put Sterling up for me. What Sterling?
We'll be some a very pertinent question. What do I think about him? I'm catch us say the only thing exciting him is his age, that he's 22. But in Ukrainian league, he has 12 goals, and the league is even dormant, and they just want to ship him out. Arsenal, we don't do well with such record signings. Your problem, Pepe, I knew that they were always weighing those options too. That is it really worth it? I mean, time will tell. But I'm only 100 million.
Now, say Rafinha cried in Rafinha. Do you know that?
Yes.
Barcelona for so much 100 million.
You see, but the whole idea is that Arsenal for now, that's their dilemma. You be man or better bench. You have a winning formula working out. So what are you going to do? That's where I find it a bit say they are in a dilemma because I'm not 200 million. The boys will be you be film. Until maybe Martinelli, with worst case Martinelli and Kabetinasi. But Mr. Becker say, is he that bad? Well, Major say what Arsenal needs now seriously is a striker, and not to augment their bench. Well, I agree with you that maybe a Raheem Sterling, some less than 30 million.
But I think some will show more ambition, a little more ambition. Manucho, you have to be realistic. Say the transfer window now, assistant forever.
Yeah.
Into me, my back to time now. To say Nkabia Mudriki, Kawakos Krabia ka 45-50. So that time they came because of minim say. COVID nearby, said see players valuation as skyrocketed just like that.
I think maybe just England because the typical Nunes Sadio Mane situation. You sell him for 35, you get Nunes for over 100. And tell me what's the impact?
Mane was
wanted to leave near there, but
he was in his last year. No,
their problem was the money. They were not ready to give him more money. We are sure some more money.
No, I know.
400,000.
Yeah. Now, 1 year, about 1 year, sir. Team no bargaining power for.
I agree, but in reality, Nunes for 100 when money goes like this. I mean, is it?
I know that. Now, as a man, man, they ask me, okay. Man, Trevia can't say.
I agree with
Liverpool suffer this year.
Mudryk
because club didn't respect
Mudryk at 100 million. It's a risk we all hope to see. It might just be a perfect sign. Onimbobo. I mean, I've heard Mourinho too that saying Mudryk at 100 million.
No, Mourinho is talking. Saying
only scored better.
No,
I didn't say it, but the point is now you can do those things.
Mourinho say only 100 million.
Who beside Chelsea or Mudryk? Me Onimbobo as here. I mean, Onimbobo 100 million. No, but let me be so. Arsenal now the dilemma is that who to play 100 million? Is it for the bench or for the team?
For the team.
Obetu Martinelli. Why so Obetu Martinelli?
Oh, Martinelli asan.
No, he gets a bad game.
So he get a bad game. We see big games and they determine big players.
Oh yes, he had an awful game. But on to me betu. I speak to Arsenal fans. On to me betu Martinelli at this point. I win him from last year's son. What's the answer? What's that?
I want to 200 million players.
A team 8 points up a league halfway, so a team will play Arsenal. I mean, I'm okay.
Minka team na so. Martinelli asan.
I wouldn't do this argument. I've told you 2023 no bad energy. No bad energy 2023. So Martinelli Asan. I mean time will tell. Oh, na say we
also be investigating because still I want to say
said
only Saka. Saka call London no.
Oh, it's not true.
Saka baby.
As much as I feel we need to augment, I'm not sure if Arsenal fan is so hurt that Sanka no okay, results are then before number on top of to me say United. I don't tell me we should change our formula because it's 100 million. No,
every good team still augment. Say City,
well, no, 100
City League, but they still bought
100 is not for the bench. I'm not sure United.
No, Modric, so Baba bomb. National team we offer say money here baby.
No, we don't need only Nketiah for me is very wasteful. Nketiah we need a tip top striker, but Nya Canada For now, it's okay.
Now, some Modric no go bet me a bonketia room because
no. I work. It's not really. I winger.
No, button. Otimi button. Obo baby.
We need out and out.
Why? No go bet me about his use rule.
No. It's not true. I read about it. It's not true. Modric is coming more as a winger, a trusted line.
Winger. One lead Moscow. Arsenal top scorer.
Wait. Odegaard is getting us all the goals.
Odegaard how many goals? Check my top scorer for the year.
Couple. We need a center forward. Nketiah's position needs to be augmented.
And why were you after him if you think he wasn't going to get in the team?
I mean, who beside me on that day?
Who
beside me say, what do I think? I'm saying, so I wouldn't be so fussy about him. But I think the only thing on his side is age. But Ukrainian league is even it's not tip top. He has just 12 goals.
Then the Odegaard that say masterclass of Norway region league.
No, but he not a gem. Odegaard at 14. That's what I've always told you. Odegaard there. Or a gem. But Modric, I'm just saying. He might. What me? I'm not saying anything. No, it's not true. So Bas Nampa wouldn't be here.
That guy is a good player unless you haven't watched him.
Let's wait.
It's a fantastic chap.
Tom Boyle, I personally see Chelsea someone yet careful like they go in administration as much as they have money.
Chelsea Beko administration.
The same problem.
Player Jeffrey one shows
no, Barcelona did the same mistakes by just buying.
No.
Buying,
Chelsea is different. And find to Barcelona.
You don't let me say, but you give me the chance to say my mind. I cross out.
Of course, yeah, people where a derby.
You think so?
Yeah, people more. Arsenal fans.
It's different when
Arsenal TV say fans TV no akwa.
Dublin.
Make sure no meet Arsenal fans in ayamo yakra mudi atem.
So say we didn't meet up. Who before be edu? It's not the player or the team. So
that's what no, but as fans
I disagree. Whereby you paid an equal amount of money near there. The boy said no, member be near there. But when the team says that massa, for 200 million for him. Fancy them better child did, but I do know they are doing the job. But so far, it's been fantastic.
Know how much Amutia?
We went as much as 95.
5 million here, the BT. What is the difference?
5 million is not a lot. I don't make sure say
player
how much was to pay what? Where's to pay today? Where's to pay today? That's not one of the most expensive signings
Pepe. Pepe, they know
that. It's a matter of time. Walk or turn 22. Jean Felix, you pay so much for him. What's up, Pepe?
Now Jean Felix is playing.
He's playing when? He's not playing for the next 1 month on Bobo. He has 5 more months. You pay him.
No, Wasa. Now Jean Felix was.
You pay him 11 million. You are paying him 11 million. 1 month is lost already. I mean, planning analysis. I don't think any Arsenal fan is so mad at this.
What are you talking about? Now you got up. Manucho sometimes.
Analysis. We are doing well.
What? Who got top player? Jean Felix has my okay. You got top player no. You himself player no ban the first match. Oba beji red card and things happen.
When him say what talk the player
Celtics.
The deal is a selling deal.
Celtics how silly is the deal?
11 million for a player for 6 months without option to buy. If that's well, it's going back. I panic and for
what are you talking about? The team has its short term, medium term, and long term energy. Until you don't determine which player we should buy. You feel say your team
never determine no,
you feel say
my mind. Ask for me to determine players you should buy.
Because your team you feel say by this time you hear say you be augmenting because you're sinking down the drain. We have Champions League, remember to win. It is a major Champions League. Are you going to tell me say signing Jean Felix was a silly deal?
Oh, for now it's a silly deal.
What are you talking about?
6 months without option to buy. If it does well,
I know it'll be 6 months. Unim Raheem Sterling, we are buy a Nisika Oji a week.
Raheem Sterling, but I sat here to tell you the same thing. The boy is the solution. That's not what Chelsea needs. Aubameyang, that's what Chelsea needs. Would you say no at that time? They were important deals. Time go to hotel. Aubameyang now no. Orban 11 million for Aubameyang at that point. Oh, he's coming to help. As for when he used to.
Now,
I said, man, I will say. I'm telling you, talking general.
I never liked
but at the age 11 million for Aubameyang coming in, you all felt that Arsenal. The trolling did not start today. I think when he use, he's coming back to punish us. No,
bench.
I've always told you. But 100 million for a bench is also a very foolish one.
Will get straight into this team
to come and replace you.
Take Martinelli out. Martinelli Nimbobo.
It's in our team.
Modric no watch Martinelli on any day.
So Obebo.
Now Martinelli.
They won. You know what I love about you? If it goes south, you come and say it.
So let's
yeah.
But me no.
If you go south, you come back.
Boy, no na me share no.
Yeah, but
nipa o catch me say onimbo bo pa. Maybe once we dey outa hwehwehwehwe place mo ye no and the Kalusha best. Nipa o kan ho asem kire me ye Asorpeni because of mo link ne ba no. The Asorpeni monitored him ba no catch me say opobo ni nimbo rough. So I only watched him after Fabrizio Mubreki said Chelsea penifo na for at the private jet akọ akushia the boy naba London. That's where I went menena najma nyina na show highlights and I realized no, the boy is really good. He's really good.
About football, you watch it, you come back here and have analysis.
He's really good.
If Arsenal made a mistake, you come here and sit and say
he's really good. But I think for a player Arsenal, then the emphasis out here and say player Arsenal when him some stingy as far as 95 million. No, then you should know
because there will always be the breaks. That's what maybe say at 100 million for him. And a team that is performing well, I buy him for the bench or straight into the team. We need to discuss that.
So good team no straight.
I think you are
Martinelli they fan to nchen.
I disagree.
Want me for into Martinelli so Majili. Martinelli. Martinelli they want me for into so Majili.
I tell you don't change it. I don't believe you change a winning formula. At this point it's working perfectly. Yeah.
Mudrik yeah people am say home na we gra nya me ya say people
this is Pepe.
Hey Pepe papa
because you went to pay more until what Pepe
I go for .com I go for
but you know more than this to
I'm sorry Arsenal but Mudrik is a blue
player you decided not to pay the evaluation no be for our people. I mean, is that it's different when
the third bit and a coil.
William Gay, I mean, even on trials. Even on trials,
Hello,
hey, I saw Penny. Yamiado Nanze.
Mamucho John will get anymore.
Nidini a Manu, a Manucho.
Manucho, Ujen and him to watch. I tell you what the player may in also to one coming to. Oh, no, what can I about the wine? At that plan or they got to boy in your say. They say it's this way. It's what to boy in that boy, and I say, Martinelli, Baba, now, one is a Tiago, not when I was our Gano. One year, tournament number straight. What is in ball? And man can just say, over and I'm cousin over patch of apologize Saka. Actually, the Saka was your best player of the Arsenal team. And then Mamucho buy one can was it. And no way I want in the Moana. After your team, no, say your bench, can Newcastle, no mamma draw. No bench. It's in the Newcastle to me about draw. That's what changing team, no, now yet to me. You're benching yet. First team in your good, you're no. By your benching yet. And so you're seeing your players are one of quality on my bench. Over in the league, depending on bench. Bench, Baba, something to Baba, I'm working on my after Anita, first in India, you were all right. You're one ball at your bobia by no bench. They say, Senyamia, 1 year, 1 pay, not pate, and who can say cream. One ever say Patana. Saka, Plaza Kim, Saka, Plaza Kim. One ever say Saka night. It's a new
yeah.
I don't think you have team, I think I have got a boy. No, now, charge for the free, Droba, Omaji Droba free and some, Hazard, Omaji free and some, Mata, Omaji free and some, Omoya, Eviga, Rafinha, and you want to Rafinha for Barcelona, Omaji free and some. We never get charge for Omo 2 and yes, as also my year, but Nina is Yatem, it's you know, Manucho. Men kasa boy ni ball magina mana ye ya papa opomu ni nyame ya adwuma
Azarfeni ya dazi hey na akwa we nim no obeguma nim asia de besi wa ha no nti se de me je Graham Potter ball me bo a ene Kalusha ba na o hye de huru me no
se me kasa o ya kama sem so amunjimintu
ya Kalu yanko na fe yemra manusu na emehwe na match se koso no a mini Mudrik de nso be kan kakra
oh Mudrik de se mama yes
what monitor na
Minshada monitor.
Because they are now unknown players.
Yeah, Minshada
players are Munshada Yidi. If you are the Unimomuchobia,
Minshada Montano.
Okofia to Bonashano. Channel. Ne ghost no ne the will see drebono or chain pace, ne gravity. Any day the boy is good.
Opo weekend in matches share. Weekend with the Mianke Bium Sambra Biu. It was a fantastic weekend. The only thing I say
Arsenal have proven their Premier League credentials. They say the match I say I'm bet my.
But I started with Manchester and Manchester City. I would say
who started our growing in do.
Was it?
I think I do want to be because I want to come on.
Manchester no.
I want to come on now. Arsenal and Tottenham they say me casa Arsenal show me because Tottenham on possess the ball and team I may respect in the league. One of the top 6 teams no. Tottenham na mimbu no kra. Ntimi possess the ball or ball mid table teams kra omo outplay no. Otimi share but omo outplay no. I don't
Brighton. You say Omo is the boogie side of Liverpool now. Because the first leg, you know, I won't Bosuo so positing 3-3 a year.
Yeah, and almost share 2-0. And I'm better to show 3-2. And I'm take an 3-3.
Now so quite transfer or I just kind of stuff. But we don't know more bomb home. How much Liverpool show me 3-0 now man for Gusu can say hey, Jürgen Klopp here soon dreamy. Relegation because I think the way see
relegation is sabe be modu de muntimenko.
What's it?
Or relegation. E bia top 4 no na said na make some butumi anya surge no after Brighton trashing no manya but relegation they mean relegation there.
But top 7 catchers season because Liverpool
top 4 no
Liverpool top 4 team this year.
But I still wouldn't rule Liverpool out because
only time will tell.
Because money Manchester United in term Manchester 38, Liverpool 28, 10 points. It's just a matter of 3 games.
3 games.
Yeah, more games to go.
Liverpool,
so let's see. I was reading an article this morning. Almost say Oxley Chamberlain, Guinea ni boyfriend saying Naby Keita, ne adi nyina mu twa magu.
Yeah,
they are looking for new players.
But Mr. Wenya's story be say the need through there say Sadio Mane say if on Mbono into a person back. Bayern Munich for pressing Mbono.
Bayern Munich Okoye no say nyane pe o mo na mo force no out.
But I don't know because Sadio Mane kwa okona fina enya fu
some catch out.
Yeah, impact because that time no when the going get tougher now
Mane encompasses everything Liverpool stood for because social desire, pressing, holding on to the ball, pace, work ethics, or tackle ball. Mane was everything.
Yeah. You know. Brighton 3-0. Don't call Chelsea Crystal Palace.
That's why we Liverpool didn't tell me.
There's not much to say about Liverpool.
Then go you go. Then time. Yeah,
3-0 there. They don't come and see Crystal Palace. Liverpool, Chelsea against Crystal Palace. It was a tough match by all standard. By
Chelsea did well in the first half, but Crystal Palace did well
in the second
after
half.
Chelsea scored. Crystal Palace took the game.
That changes,
Koulibaly was sans papa. I feel who say Atongura. Ha!
Changes is Matete Oswaldo.
Edward.
Bayern. Change the dynamics of the game, and I say,
who said Koulibaly managed to yeah, Koulibaly did
by a core story up.
Chelsea new signing.
Mediashell, yeah.
Fantastic.
Now Obi catch him say no because me share no. Obi onim boy will say ohun. And I'm near na free na can say am say ohun boy no but I'm say yaw. It's not about boy na you no who the movement.
Oh, the passes.
Yeah, the partnership now that they now or you or the players who or make sure say until me I was just looking at that movement now that to me say a good signing.
And away in the first match. Pressure who team so
na you person impressed but also the nano who say or you that players in be say Thiago Silva
bigger mistakes near
Thiago Silva type now on the
Fabona no the ball type
of cutting be who or bo 1-2 abehunu but you know come again no so into swim me share any there
I was impressed. I think he had a nice debut.
When we should say, sir, Patrick Vieira is doing something unique with Crystal Palace in Kofono because
almost last 6 games, almost 5.
But then also almost book game now, almost book on the but then almost conversion rate now that didn't because Professor Zaha and she go mom as they Ulysses almost some creative chances, almost almost 2 years now. How this kind of stuff, but I said, "No, sir, we almost almost done. Because I saw it there.
Let me get you the league table with the casa.
I mean, Crystal Palace now. I mean, one goal header by but now you bolo Unipa Ziyech.
Yeah, I'm ready. For once, for once. Send a manucho kase akwedi anye ya unimsa mi demeba beja timwa. For once, I'm ready. I have to admit, I'm ready. Ziyech.
Ana Aubameyang so buy na ni movement yo.
Oh, enkoye.
Ni movement yo.
Enra na me hu say Aubameyang san pa.
Na the movement nya bad o.
Ah, na Aubameyang crown so nya 2 chances. You know, why so sluggish or try my defender banza na abo no. Aubameyang.
That chance no nya na there.
Yeah.
Then time Aubameyang power.
Ko be shekran say na defender na draw kra. We twa se kra.
Come on. Obo mi fi onko ayi. I don't try short. Mean Kasaka Sabri.
No, Manchester, they are no Yan America. Mammy Ababu Fuka.
Newcastle, that's the full match in the more ding. Oh, yes, I match you.
Me catch him say, me catch him say Newcastle. Until I make us a Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, top 4 chances that's all home. Because Newcastle, my catcher, they will drop out of the top 4. I still maintain that position, even though they are third. Because when Emmanuel said the okay, Fulham, Nasa Mitrovic now was say, you know they had a penalty, they scored a penalty, but they awarded a free kick against them.
I didn't hear.
Yeah, and Rani says a ubo penalty. Untumi more penalty no more 9. All bobo penalty no slip away. That time they go less so. Yeah, all bobo penalty no slip away. Into your ball no and a ball a can 9 a slip away and sana eshe. Na VAR draw referee attentions and I don't know some run there sebi nkwasi amra nyansanim because I think say Basa ezengoma player no san den ebobium but almost because up I said they were pass am ho into a foul
exactly, it should be one shot
into almost into Mitrovic ni jubilate o and Mugaje say no VAR born na answer but the other leg no into enye go
into a foul
until last minute na Isaac no nya sa yeah nka Fulham share omo
but Fulham not bad.
No, they are on rampage.
Yeah, Fulham have been doing a
Omoda 6.
Marcus Silva.
Omoda 6. Sen Ramo share. And Ramo share and ka omo at the Tottenham and Omoda 5th.
The Liverpool that say 8.
Liverpool that 9. Brentford abisamo.
Okay. So just imagine.
Mumu da yen. Na sa yen mu nyina na bro. Ayi, manu ja kwa friends Agwana Gana so na oble
mana moble.
Is it menu nyina na yen ye ble. Manchester dey anyi bia offside goal kra na aja momenti. Omdo mu echitafo.
Opo match ni and they come I see Tottenham versus Arsenal. What a match.
Fantastic Arsenal. Now for now dear. Arsenal be
almost bobo.
Sitting to me Arsenal. They say the Maji Arsenal. Yeah, Maji Arsenal.
Ebehu, but Arsenal football on mobono.
But what I didn't like, I mean, Nimsebia, Minkase place na atata and assistant system now was the fact to say, second half no matter Tottenham Bobondo. I feel there was so much pressure on them. But Arsenal don't play like that. Nimsebia now more respected Tottenham to the point say they have to defend there. Because second half once have enough pressure, so
you say, opposite Tottenham for Bobo Nasa, Konosho,
Kulusevski,
no. So Bobia. Now the born in man sadness right hand side one pressure be power
and when mas mamini asori peni go fieji make chen say what crime pa ko for buy no make say oh Antonio Conte made a stupid mistake by taking Kulusevski out. He was the honest na sata mo bobo ni now and you am say asori peni oh Kaluja how we go make say has the because he the draw as ma make say now Antonio Conte mistakes because he was the player on na bobo ni nyina into I don't know oyi the film na the boy for
wo bom no so bon no de nam sa right or no de yeah
oba wo beka se oma
o ka se oma
na so no papa Juventus nti na e show mo 5-1 here dey
or the push you pa those kind of I mean match dem here there Arsenal for ebo
fantastic
if you am bomb goalkeeper more cry first goal
he's been doing that
of late
he's been doing that how less there
Loris I'm a ball player no
I'm a player no direct
we boy no Saka boy no
I'm a player bia just say because be a proximity na be a bang but goalkeeper of his caliber should save this ball
because of late too much
on David De Gea how less the Premier League no obi antom
that was too much too much but then this guy has also showcased captain's man now affected the man no oyehu adwuma
Martin Odegaard fantastic
look at the go share no maybe onya ball ni fie o share
Fabio Vieira better she go say Odegaard ni wa Fabio Vieira better she go
and you cannot say that because
I can say that
no football there time when onya more playing time now onya confident
no, but some players are unique
you cannot put that but then we have more playing time we say enya nkatia onya playing time kwa craft in confidence in that's my say another
ba Kalusen nkatia de obodeda ono Europa League ni ade nyina ono yomo leading goal scorer oboshe
na me say oboshe but then ohwa leg ne proper no na onya yi but onya akonya obona say well reception say another manu to bu free kakrai
so when me wonderful player bia na onya playing time so Utimi Bobo. So
most of the time players most of the players in the Omunya playing time now.
Who play Jorginho? Playing time be no nyai.
Ono so
who play Jorginho?
O descend it. Oh, cost no over from. Zabo Crawford is on mum team.
Maza.
Why is it 31 or so?
Wasan.
Over from.
Martin Odegaard.
Yeah. I mean
the best player but attacking midfielders, creative midfielders. Right now Kevin De Bruyne Krama.
But is it after the month for you say
I know a goal.com near ding na am say I feel na mo ko hwehwe contract me say Real Madrid or buy back na am say Real Madrid need buy back go for say why didn't Real Madrid see this coming
now
fantastic chap
I feel that mama for a umbaka you want some power party hey
yeah
one boy
and right party was phenomenal
but on some boy
I feel na me say the die you na party Black Stars o mo boni I feel my jedi. And some na man for Ghana mini ba feel my jedi.
Oh, one boy no.
Ni goal nka be goal of the season.
You never focus party Obagara.
Sa feel what Oswa jedi on.
Yeah. Oh, and obogum. Upon Tottenham na for match no. Ombo we no asembisi.
Omuko goalkeeper no.
Yeah, goalkeeper na akwa no be.
That was bad.
That was too bad. That was too bad. By all standards,
Tottenham for your case omo ye violent amunyi.
That's a condemn here. I support her.
Rudiger amunyi. Rudiger ye question omo ho omo etutu nyema.
But omo you say after this incident what I'm anticipating say as omo raise here kakra. Because akwa na you na omo da you want oti aso na nko obebutu akwa yo. Obi o wie ojane. The Bible is me sure so me twa no amana yi. Tisa incident na nkai ase football no ba also the dan no not landing derby. Ekoye two teams in go men mass but just say Arsenal for na so mu tizo mu jam na so pa mo game yi pa bo Barcelona as Real Madrid ko boss cap super cup no na branch be a friend Gavi you say the Gavi yeah Gavi and the guy was in fantastic shape opo or share go back on sign na but na no almost share for 4 name answer na if for be 3-1 almost the same thing I'm say Xavi as coach no onim how I see Real Madrid pa ko the one now wanted to see ball no with the exception of Lewandowski na no man Koyema no and so
Lewandowski was fantastic yesterday
but then also she go
he was fantastic meaning you also man Koyema
no
Oshego. Yeah. Now one she born biana. On the first goal assist. First goal the man assist. No share second goal. Yeah. He scored and assisted. He was fantastic.
Because no says a chance my mean to be me imagine we say
Oshego.
But I mean they did well. Barcelona for a boss I give me pass Super Cup which I Real Madrid for 3-1. You say see no mbesi the ball league na this year Barcelona for we betumi age Premier League no because man tell we say nyom confidence abanam say World Cup no so mo ko bae no we Sergio Busquets Pedri na Gabi mo call you know mo call World Cup ni bae Ousmane Dembele mu Ronald Araújo friends akoya omeji Kunde that place na no mo Barcelona no so mo confidence level na wo higher say omo ma player crowd man for say onya dia Alexandro Blade as a bad no ono kwa no hwe na left hand side na obo game yi pa obo na this Real Madrid for the Barcelona match Super Cup no so they still up a beautiful game Emma Amanfo say yes Barcelona for omo jam na say obo me dey no me dey Black Meteors for Madagascar for game no wọ́n sẹ chan ọmọ san start na
then na man for
first game
Mbajawani
you have been kicked.
I've been picked there Kronfo
Black Star for after 9 season and 9 years no to qualify go China for you go China go Nigeria our first game against Madagascar no Puankoyi Madagascar for no surprise.
Yeah, I was monitoring. So almost 2-1.
Yeah.
Almost 1-0 at half time. No, almost 2-0. Sunday Tibako. Ghana, Madagascar,
Madagascar.
What you say? Chan.
But Areba Koye, you say, Morocco for Anko. It is Koye 3 teams no. And the Ghana 4 euro move you man.
There's 3 teams on B 2.
2.
Yeah, so it's still the same. It's just like 4-2.
And I'm just say 3 teams. The second match against Sudan. So Ghana 4 boy you know Ometumi qualify. Now Ometumi akomeni.
Omushe Sudan.
O say yeah.
Na want me answer Madagascar Sudan na betima chano.
O say
what pa? Me say.
Ometumi ayiro mu ahye. Say Ghana for the o say o me slow start.
Na no what agije omuso na we mu play we na say chan we ombetimi akwaje na hwan. Say omu asansa.
Omasa.
Ah Madagascar.
Ba Madagascar for nya bad o kai
na nene ukosha Nigeria so abeka say. Ukosha Egypt ni Algeria mu teams ni Morocco abeka say. Omo league top notch e Africa.
Quite recently couple of nations here boy the Algeria 4G. So they came to the party. They did well until almost from that time now. Almost develop a team.
We the African League neighbor. We nye foreign player BM Mambio.
And Madagascar buy no money a foreign no more players on football.
Tie league no Madagascar League. They na bechisu. What? Maybe some question at here manager was saying no. Yeah, sir. Can
Ghana League ni nkoyo.
No, but
Ghana have your talent too.
Yeah, no,
Ghana your players too. Your talent. That's you claim your talent too. But league we need there.
Kalu.
Oko Madagascar see na Ghana for a players bobo.
No, anya ne sana meka. Ya Ghana
league
ya san ko do sa fe de obereti Madagascar ahead of us.
Say league there. You can like
Madagascar na last week see beje. We nim say we nyina. We see players we money hwan akwa ba ko no be kasa ya. I say Chan we umbeja me fan I play and also in bobo. Na friends akwa.
Yeah, say that.
Also in bobo players. The mikwa won players me ni mo ti say woni ni mo yabo ye wa have na go yazi. Masa Manchester dey no quickly am go mani o.
Manchester United match na modi the we are City for to me that girlish buy over to me turn game na tight. But then match was so Manchester for Lucia. They should have themselves to blame because first half, Rashford, chances in Eban and Chema or Squanda almost all of them. Until second half, if by Chini ties no much Jack Grealish by Obeshe Gono, and I feel Manchester for it to me about more mom homeless. But then the go in questioning any equalizer Bruno Fernandes share no. Among we see offside.
I'm for saying now so can say.
Sure. I don't know. Oyana Boni can similarly offside. Because one is 9 carbon. But I just say or protective bone. Until Ojaya born man guy boy, but no boy there. I'm for so one no more church mu no say ngono boy dan ka offside but I say onu hu say ball no offside no jama e fresh boy in that of that no man mo go no but then referee consulting linesman no mo go but no came up to the party amra they say this guy Alejandro Garnacho say he will be the face of Argentina when Messi retire. Could you have no could do no see Bobo ni the way was slow players in other than there. And I brought you now one Basaka and visual or prayer now. Because upon now I had ho Saturday no one Basaka did what say we are what that features the movement in the anticipation need to see a ball now Charlie Ekoyipa but then I don't know what is happening to a city team now. Okay. Almost all the players are there. Until
go na offside and then offside.
Similarly offside.
Similarly offside. Beso please Mami Aba. Oh, Mami Aba so no penalty.
Set you. Ball on corner ball ni dia enka offside.
Then what is the interference? What is the interference?
No, I say that a interpretation of the game no as will be why you.
Maybe so say. What is the interference? Mamin kan mra nchro. Mra na when me sheda kopesa FIFA law. Mamin kan nchro what it says. So, adia no e do Manchester so no must samra. It's not fair. Oh, me City, obi anim say me City. But then okay, is it manicho ni pay you know. Many me kan dey. Okay, I see interfering a player in an offside position at the moment the ball is played or touched by a teammate is only penalized becoming involved in active play by 1. Interfering with play by playing or touching a ball passed or touched by a teammate, or B. Interfering with an opponent by preventing an opponent from playing or being able to play the ball. So what I say, playing or being able, or say preventing an opponent from playing or being able to play the ball by clearly obstructing the opponent line of vision, or C, challenging an opponent for the ball or clearly attempting to play a ball which is close when this action impacts on an opponent, or making an obvious action which clearly impacts on the ability of an opponent to play the ball, which in this sense Rashford made movement. He had the ball no, or it said your all step over on the ball and you're touching the ball what here was it offside offense and I make a bullet or touch a ball now or interfere or prevent your opponent from even getting to the ball. And now to also grab back down her another one. So to also I'll say a player moving from or standing in an offside position is in the way of an opponent and interfere with the movement of the opponent towards the ball. This is an offside offense if it impacts on the ability of the opponent to play or challenge for the ball. Manuzo Atiase. Yeah. And you're touching the ball. But any movement you make to obstruct opponents, this was clear offside. I mean, the whole world, I'm for say a joke. I'm not Rebecca Lowe. Yeah. So was it this is a Old Trafford or Manchester decision? So no, Pep Guardiola. That is what Pep Guardiola also said. Goal.com for say, is this a joke? The whole world is mocking England. It's a new time. I mean, football more global audience say no just a Manchester team no cry say by force your man City say the team is coming back and they are unbeaten maybe matches and say 9
they've gone
9 match
all
unbeaten
matches are like 12. I mean they've gone like 12
they've been winning streak
winning streak like 9.
It's awful. It's very awful. Manu Mraso. Minimum best start off from Hope.
I think I agree with you on that score. My should go over and over again, and up till now I don't understand why it was not taken. Now, of the Nemanja Bizarre is a linesman who yeji.
Then the referee goes to him.
Yes. Then they go the way the Rashford decides to just
rush the referee.
Lunch on the linesman. Then the referee goes to talk. You see, personally, this a personal decision. That football now annoys me. Let me show basketball in football now because the discretionary powers is getting way too much. You know, and why does it have to be Manchester United? They did it to us now too.
Yeah.
We shared that
Martinelli first goal. It was beautiful.
Yes, and up till now, what a controversy in VAR this season. It is the first point. Google. I mean that team
Manchester
VAR was Arsenal losing to Manchester United because Martinelli scored a clear goal. That VAR decided to call it offside. Now when so, the difference we move here and can we even accept
exactly
that? Rashford didn't move. He knew it was an offside position, so he just stood there for the ball to pass.
Exactly.
But when he was still in control, making sure that the ball was guided, telling teammates in by not. How can this not be an offside? The more I look at it, the more I get mad at it. You realize that you see. I've come to realize that football is not business, more than entertainment. Everything is business. We get to a World Cup, and I will be bookmakers now. Their wish is that if Messi wins, it becomes a big global brand for them, and they can make a lot out of it. Even Budweiser, or sponsor player of the match, he wants people like Messi, Ronaldo, Mono. They should be standing.
Of course,
behind them should be the Budweiser logo. Then they can make Messi out of it. Not the Koma Kudusa.
Ronaldo following.
Exactly. When you're Ronaldo, that's what Gina Budweiser for way anymore. Can you imagine the mileage that they will get? So FIFA decides that it's called by competition, a bear more of an NGO money. Some of these things are bound to happen. Say we be doing FIFA ban so any business just to make it give it a global appeal. But save that because the more I look at it, I've been monitoring and Manchester United fans. There are times they try to justify it, but when at the end of the day, referee had the biggest stake in it, and he decides that Rashford did not interfere with play. I put there, I will not even go to the realms of touchable and untouchable. But say a player who interferes with play is the reasoner. You can't tell me that Rashford positioning and running will interfere with the play when the ball was being pushed to him. Now eventually, was the main target for the pass.
Yeah.
On any other
man. No crowd there, Manu. Say the man no. And then Koye say, also players no say.
But I'm coming to the fore that I'm building the point that interfering with play. He interfered with play. At the end of the day, all will be brought to bear. Then I'm analyzing.
Anyway, I saw a chow. Munim no. Mr. Koto.
Yes, you're
oh, no, because I know my boss no okay, man.
Oh, okay.
Also, this year, I think Japan, I Kasai. Also, I'm a head of revenue collection department.
Oh, yeah, okay, big man.
Yeah, very big man. Head of revenue collection department.
Yeah, it's a tough job.
I'm not friend, Mrs.
A tough man.
No, also my official part. It was my point, no, my friend.
Yeah, yes, you're so for me, the game it sets it up very bizarre. It was meant to be one of the most beautiful games, but you're not taking time from Manchester United. I think Ten Hag is doing a beautiful job over there. He's been consistent. Save Chelsea this season. Was just so-called big boys. Yeah. Chelsea were able to do one.
Liverpool.
Arsenal.
But
Tottenham.
Man City, Arsenal, they're controversial.
Yeah, a bit. But history will not remember them. Unless for some of us for mischief. What is the most important thing? Say
last season, Chelsea should go.
Yes.
You should go. Maybe a players jubilate ko possible.
Yes.
Almost time as Spliqueta. Eko G ball no free play and sem no. Omo akoshe hu say as Spliqueta ball no G ye no. Foul.
Yes.
Baller as Spliqueta G pass call wink. Ansa na ye pass up cross ba me ahye no. Omo koya ko review say foul.
You see,
it's omo disa last year Korea ye san share goal short goal. Omo say Kai Havertz baby Ojina now I impede goalkeeper no vision. How can you see those ones and not see this?
It's annoying. Maybe the more I watch it, I don't like City. China people should know where some of us are coming. More permanent interest.
Kalusha is being nice with United because Liverpool Sunjambi.
Oh, I mean that's what he saw.
Pep Guardiola said, you can only get decisions at Anfield and Old Trafford.
Exactly,
and it's true.
And it's bizarre. It's very, very. It doesn't augur well for the game. And no matter how much you try to place it, United fans and I quite say it's in their favor. At 10 years, you see them.
And
that's the beauty of
football.
They will
Manchester
never be
United
happy.
for
They will never be happy.
Break loose.
I mean, Rashford really interfered with play. He gave a lot of advantage.
Coach for once, I respect him for that. Coach say he understands why Man City are angry and
exactly. Sometimes they choose their worst word. They choose their worst word because the more you look at it, I understand what Pep is Rashford. I mean, he had clear intent to protect the ball for other person to come for it. Just that doesn't generate City. Well, still, you could have still salvaged the situation. Their run was late.
But once a Manu, you're human, so
yes.
Bobby Ohio GTAwa,
oh yes,
because the way I must see go with the net time.
Oh,
assistant now Peja crack said the weekend.
Yeah,
and now more G and SU assistant referee now who said no. I didn't know
Rashford was
Peja. Now referee waiting me a corner money VAR for us a VAR for so one touch ball.
I mean,
and then the interference
he doesn't touch the ball. He doesn't need to touch.
Hey.
Sometimes which one will cry, but like I said, you block the goalkeeper's vision. I mean, maybe now more clear advantage over the goalkeeper near the. I've heard some of these things, but I mean that's the game. I know my man of pension became one yes I came
back. Man buy out BADD or matem so mo go mo anima mo ta to say mo na mo ye mo league ni perfect na ye then they free officiating bibia mo pese England bibia mo na mo so na mo timi ya de
we coaches am referees in World Cup because FIFA will be saying to itself I didn't take such a bizarre referee to the World Cup because
England referee back up.
You see, but me, there are two sides of the coin. We say I do a year in Tinama and Anopa became a miss.
But we could have still discussed the beautiful game.
Oh yeah, but I mean some of this controversial. When VAR came and I was in stadium, I said VAR my careful, but you may do anything.
African because
games
yes. And I sorry. Na yenkwan ye to ho efi no yi beto abonten no. Saade we African na CNN na BBC for nyankom the documentary.
Oh yeah. My joy is that you can plainly see that their wish is City will not win the league. I mean,
they don't want City to win the league.
I did my German Bundesliga and PSG when you are down, leagues number down.
Because PSG lose 2 games in a row.
Oh,
and Ramos lose with
a lot of.
I don't know why they benched Mbappe.
Now, my friends with them, we say Ronaldo call Madrid in Tano Molusi. No, I'm can't wait there. PSG there.
Yeah, PSG lose.
Yeah,
lose 2 games in a row.
But they'll still win the league. I mean, sometimes there are battles they will lose, but eventually the war will be for them. So
I remember back kind of crazy ball and now offside.
I mean, that's the bad news. But I think with Liverpool too, they need a lot of. Klopp is gradually becoming a laughing stock. It's getting worse for him. Fine, you took them out of the doldrums, made them the kings of the world, and are the champions of the world. But it looks like 7 season syndrome now. It's getting worse by the day. I mean, you can't take anything away from Brighton. I mean, they are in the form of their lives. We sure Mona they get their day. I mean, Jesse March. I mean, kudos to him. Scoring 2 beautiful goals in there. But 3-0 is emphatic. I had to go and look at defensively. I think the Weyambo, Virgil van Dijk. What's happening? He's injured. Yeah, I think maybe not to take anything away from them, but their middle two looks a bit. They need to vary it. And as I call the Gakpo, I don't think he's a striker. The more I read about him, I wing guy. So that makes sense. As much as some people do well, you still need a
Cody
Gakpo. Then Chamberlain together with Mo Salah.
And then Nunez a movie.
Yeah, he didn't. I mean, from what I'm reading here, they were.
Now, on the Liverpool game, no more at a time. Now,
just after the United 110.
No, not Everton.
Southampton.
Southampton. So Bontina Misha. But man, sure more lineup.
Yeah, I mean the lineup according to live score there, they had to play Cody Gakpo. I had to go and read about 23-year-old Dutch near there. But they are Thiago. Fabinho together with Wayne, the middle. I think they are still keeping to the old script. They need to vary the team. It looks like it's not working. There's no trump card. America they brought a trump because it's a card too. I mean, because a stay. But it looks like the Liverpool challenge gradually becoming. I'll be surprised if Mane decides to come back to this toxic environment because at the end of the day, they disrespected you. So why will you go back to them in that regard? And not because you are not playing good football, but hey, Africans were there. Sometimes they know what they will say for juju purposes near there to go back to where you find solace near there. Everton, Southampton. I think Frank Lampard. One thing I was having that soft spot for him. I mean, Neyan said he had to score the first goal and still go down. It was a battle for the 19th and 20th position. All of a sudden, I want to get careful because it will be tough. Teams like Brighton, Brentford, it doesn't look like they'll go on relegation this time around, especially Brentford. It's a traditional side of man, you're careful. You see, they will live in that quagmire, thinking that, oh, yeah, Everton, you've been there for so many years, into me. But they are gradually becoming a lower tier club. You see, they have always trusted that I'm a middle tier.
I'm board that measure born because security for one, almost a fans, no.
I'm mad at them.
Yeah.
It tells you that the center cannot hold. They need to be careful because Nottingham Forest, they're able to do it over Leicester. It tells you that something technically is happening. Southampton together with Bueno. Till another miracle happens, they might just be thrown out of relegation. Sad for way to West Ham. I mean, they started so well, but all of a sudden, the stakes doesn't look too good. Happy for Chelsea too. I mean, it's a gamer. I was not expecting them to pick maximum results, but at least I'm but the most important thing is that they get their 3 maximum points in the making.
We played well in the first half, but unfortunately, it's our first half crying to me and go.
Yes, I mean, but the most important thing is to pick up some of these dirty wins on the way. And yes, at least it brings some confidence in camp. Some of these purchases coming into, they will feel that they will do well. I mean, for Tottenham, Arsenal, I mean, North London derby, it's had all the ingredients to make it one. Maybe the dying members of the game, that Richarlison with Aaron Ramsdale there, and then it take his center stage. But the game proper, I listened to Conte. Like I said, they were beaten by a well-dressed side. A good side really did beat them. I think, like I mentioned initially, 4 players deserve special mention. You have to mention Partey, Saka, Odegaard, and Ramsdale. I think they were the 4 players who really made it take. As much as, just like you said, second half, Ramsdale proved why he's one of the best goalkeepers around. It looks like all of a sudden, Arsenal has all its questions answered. Maybe, you see, good thing about great sides are that players should pick at the right time. Time City Jinasono, once a while to be Gundogan having a good day, Silva, Money, Kevin De Bruyne will be sleeping. The time Kevin De Bruyne comes up, Silva and Wenchi, that's what is really happening here. I think that's
why you needed Modric.
Yeah, no, we don't need him. We don't need him at this point. Making the players no more on Nana, they were picking at the right times in the idea. I don't believe in changing a winning team. We share great sides like Manchester United, Chelsea.
But on City,
you have to get depth of squad. So when you depth of squad, I don't ever wow. But great size be Anopa, you can say they are standing 11 without a way. That famous Chelsea team went ahead to win the World Cup. It made Champions League. There were some players, notable players, 11. United have the same thing. Together with I agree, depth of squad they here because this Arsenal dream you do baby yet. They are 8 points clear, but the point is that after about halfway. So it tells you that teams are only there's a reverse. So there's still a lot to play, which I agree with you in principle that this Arsenal team is as good as players in your benefit. You need a depth of squad. Where I agree perfectly that you would have made a statement with 100 million purchase. Say, hey, Arsenal pan on 100 million. It will be their record signing there. It will give you that, you see, that confidence around camp because all of a sudden Zichenko or follow Modric on the Instagram. One banner where I think there's a morale in camp which has been lost. You can't run away from it. The good thing is that they should still have confidence in themselves. They ask the coach, no, say I still have confidence in my squad. I mean, that is the good thing going for. We say the players should know them. You can never lose what you never had. I mean, it should be one principle of life. I don't think I say we lose. You never really had him. I mean, those are some of the things really going in his favor. So, yeah, dear. But the good thing is that for the first time in like 9 years, Arsenal has been able to do a double over there, not London rivals. I mean, and over 2 games, so opponent squad to score 5 goals, and they have to go. They no goal. They eventually had to keep a clean sheet. They kept a clean sheet in there. I mean, over these 2 legs. I mean, these are things that you don't hear them all the time. So I mean, kudos to Arsenal for everything that they've made is good in their favor. I think my final one has to be. I think I'm happy for Napoli too. Napoli too in the form of their lives. All of a sudden, it looks like I've always said that they need to stay tip top. After what Maradona did for them, Naples has never been sweet. We want Naples to have another chance to breastfeed. Naples. But you know Naples. Napoli is in Naples. Naples. What's the difference between yours and mine? That one you're being mischievous. I said Naples. Naples. Yeah, Naples. This is the same thing. Naples. I don't know Naples. Yeah, so I'm happy for them. The final one has to be Barcelona. I mean, kudos to them. Gavi is really doing well. I mean, to be 3-0 up, Xavi also needs a special mention. And all of a sudden, maybe Champions League going to me so they have to activate the best there. But the perfect moment is to win some of this Super Cup to bring confidence to come. So kudos to them. I mean, next week will also be brilliant one. You are looking up to the other weekend too. If there should be any day I'm looking forward, it's a make or break for Arsenal next week against the informed side, against the league leaders. Casemiro against Partey. I mean, some of these debates will be settled. So that's what you are looking out for. You can't go wrong with the EPL. So kudos to the weekend.
Now you can go wrong, no, you can go wrong.
Yeah, with
officiating like this.
Decisions there.
Airtime cry.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, the tennis and basketball has always been. You see, they make mistakes, but they always review. They have chance. But football there, me just impression. I check. I only talk football, but it's annoying. It's really annoying.
That's like I say, Dan Auto Repairs, Anochi Chrome Restaurant, Big Olu Beauty and Baby Hair Salon, Asamas Trading, Dream Africa Market 369, Dream Africa Market 369, Ben Code Street, Kumasi Market, Branebedu Janyina, Omoboy Chidom, Gold Coast Catering Services, a taste of excellence, 8 Blackstone River Road, Adriane Ne DC, Anochi Chrome Restaurant, Anochi Trading, and Anochi Cold Store. Omunina Eka Yen, Ehu, Piayen, and Eddie Jumedi Bremo. Mamiaba, good morning, my people. Opo Arsenal are winning the league. Yep, Martinelli is not performing. Say that to Manucho. Mamiaba and Eddie Anobaye. I say, but on a more serious note, Manucho, your management team needs to beef up your bench for next season's Champions League. Hey,
no, we need to
Champions League no go qualify.
200 million better bench.
Kwesi Owusu say 6 months with no option for 11 million. I am not an accountant, but that's a bad deal. Chelsea, you Mamiaba says because when Partey or Odegaard I'm topping up on her earlier statement, because when Partey or Odegaard goes out, Arsenal is done for good. Arsenal really needs a backup bench. But Manucho say Odegaard the only money problem.
Oh, your 5 year. Now more if you need a bench, you don't need 100 million youngsters for your bench.
Benjamin
Raheem Sterling, I will not Raheem Sterling for a bench will not be bad. He's an achiever. And about the ball, starting. No, me Bruno, but you see, we need maybe a 25 million for bench. 100 million better.
Now, say Raheem Sterling, you can buy him for 25 million.
No, but don't say.
100 ton Raheem Sterling for now. You crack on 1 year crack I turn 45.
Sure, you will not pay.
Benjamin Ando
tell me pass now. No, they think like me. Why look buy a player like that?
Benjamin Ando appear say it's been a long time seeing you guys argue.
Oh, Benjamin. I mean,
Arsenal have had a chance of winning their league. However, there is 20 more games to go, and it's a long way. I hope Arsenal have a resilient plan for winning it. It's long overdue. Mamiaba says, Aubameyang dear, I see Aubameyang dear.
Pray for Partey.
King Galusha to me can't as a money power, poor Massam power. Aubameyang ball and Robert Aubameyang. Jonathan, so I'll share organ. I'll see you. I see you, boss. This is your boy Jonathan. Joe is saying, Eric Kubwedi say, or no, na friend of patriotic voice, Elbichim. Regards to Honorable Alan Kojo Chiramate, incoming president of Ghana 2024. Sometimes I don't know why John Dramani Mahama and his NDC speak like they haven't been in power before. I beg all Ghanaians to still have hope in Nanado and his NPP government. Greetings to Mr. Kwaku Nkansa, aka Pani of Techi Mentia. Hail Salasi, patriotic voice. Go so patriotic voice be chimba ya not patriotic voice go so to us.
Politically inclined.
Yeah. Oh now yeah, politics anama kind.
Yeah, I can political message.
Stephen Owusu, good morning, Opo. United will win the league and your sports.
Yes.
Okay, into that kind of politics.
You know, United they have some newfound faith and believe that they will win the league.
Yes, now you go say why wouldn't you? Mami for once, I is silent on your discussions on Manchester United.
Yeah, I was interested in Martinelli and Saka. What I know.
Well, you're silent. Yeah, well, you're interested in Martinelli and Saka and bench.
So yes.
And telling Arsenal players, "Amu pra, amu team no more done."
But personally, that
but Mami of all people.
Yeah,
and Kasa about the Rashford goal. I don't know why. If you are Mami about sending message and I come from him never there.
You food your pan piano. Why you are climbing a good tree? Why not? I mean, once they on a resurgence, Obiapo Masem. So let's see how it goes. But one power party. We pass now Sam Kwandia. I mean, his fitness is proving on us now. He said, "We pride. I'm not going to work up. Name it. Papa. We're wasting the time. I'm not gonna quit." But he's really kept himself good for us now. Just pray for him.
Unity Radio 1039. The agudi on semnisio Dani Ahonia Babeshe Efisem Kakra Yaboabo no di free Ghana de Bremon Martin Luther King Day holiday wa hai. Will say MB almost start awie him say almost start on up boss the whole day.
Oh, okay.
Martin Luther King Day bia.
Oh, that's good.
Boss say him the best team in the NBA.
Oh yeah, for now there.
Yeah, Hornets. You know, boy, back to back.
Because I'm saying I could go 122, 104.
Yeah, no more Sambone.
Back to back.
On MBO. M1 can carry champagne.
Yeah. But on it, bad. Ball no ball, you're good, papa. Ball.
Yeah, ball. Lanzo ball.
Yeah, is very good. Yeah. Just that almost 3 points.
Lakers now. There be on continue no. Okay.
Them say we not man call call Russia ko boy na.
Omo nyina wa haba we almost draft we Hornets draft no ba no do no Lakers no feel. Ono no crowd him Washington na. Is that's one of Wizards.
Yeah. No Lakers now.
No Wizards. Yeah.
But Jalen Brown still on my back. Over back that way.
I met check it in course.
Yeah,
you give me a 1 p.m.
Yeah, be sure.
1 p.m. Yeah, Hornets.
I'm about TD Gardens.
No, yeah, boha.
One on back to back.
2 games.
Wow, that's good.
Inti games no. Yeah, your best start. First game is Celtics no Hornets. And we know NBA TV. And we are about 2:30. Now Pacers any Bucks.
Yeah.
3 p.m. Pelicans any Cavaliers. Now 3 na about 3 games. I best started 3. Raptors ne Knicks and Golden State Warriors any Wizards.
Wow.
And also at 3 p.m. About 3:30. Now national broadcast na take over.
NBC.
TNT be Heat any Hawks.
Okay.
Na about 4 Timberwolves ne Jazz and your league pass. Na 6 p.m. TNT Suns any Grizzlies. Na 10:30 NBA TV Rockets any Lakers. Until almost 31 at 12 Sundays. Oh, you be a NBA fan. Now, oh, to say Kalusha no need take the action on one.
Yes.
And one say, cheat take you. Now, one ya, it be a Remy Martin. And now JD. Hey, when him your mommy who say a friend JD.
Tell me.
Wow, Nipa Ahmed. Oh, put the money. I am here. Could you say, no, mommy, JD and Cook. And I'm saying JD no had a new samba. Say Jack Daniel. And I'm saying had Alan Jamate in the Yaki one. Alan Jamate no bomb. I say the abbreviations in
GTP afa.
Tiunya JD
MW.
Yeah. Now dear. Anyway, so the basketball games bono sa to honor Martin Luther King Jr. Every Martin Luther King Day be basket almost started from noon till anajube to say 1 a.m. to beat me a share sa.
American football no so hot na pa.
And so for American football now what you say? I have a home report.
First down, second down, third down,
third
down.
For some reason,
but the rules are not so clear. But I just want to love.
Almost say easy to understand than basketball, right?
Sir,
yeah, because I
met someone, my former in-law.
Almost say easy to understand, but
my former in-law.
Who's a DB? I won't for a joining course to say person.
No, but me, I take my time. I watch the. I'm more explaining. Maybe I've not had the one can explain it well
better,
to me.
yeah.
Almost me, I draw line or then.
They won't explain you higher time call. Yes, small explanation. I don't know about 11:35. You are less than an hour to talk about your mind. Your mind.
I wish you could do it. Be so about your result, but you later. No, some like me, they want to. American sports are good. I mean, you have to be intelligent to follow.
No, almost say, in fact, as I penny Kofi Jenny Steve, Madame for Steve, almost say football, no, I sit here easy, basketball.
Yeah,
but I won't say, I don't know.
You know, I follow rugby. It's close to rugby, but just a little of rugby. You know, a bit more tough on it. But we are watching
the minimum touchdown.
Touchdown.
Now second, second, third. One see six. One I don't really watch it.
And sometimes it's a bit more bloody. I mean, too physical.
Something America for the panel.
Yeah,
I'm on pay game.
Yeah, I mean, animalistic games. I mean, games should be enjoyed.
Now share ice hockey, no.
Yeah,
that's why the ice hockey is as high as like that.
Yes,
to me, China with their boom.
Their boom. Say second in line. We American football and we you more
hockey no rough.
No more basketball and soccer. Soccer the only crack. I'm just say ladies.
Okay, now we might get straight into action. Now you brain call. You have 1 hour. Now you but I may meet me about mommy about Kofi wa you. Hey na mana aja. Mommy about still I want kasa. Hey.
See, the language you use here, it's not technical.
Because we don't think.
Yeah, you learn it from a book. So the English you speak, you know, when you go to America or England, they don't, what you say don't make sense to them. Do you know that? When our big men get up, the qualitability of the globalization, about the totality of the international global relay, all that.
Let's fast forward.
Okay, Kofi Wayo will never disappoint. Me pension ma vena be the globalization of the accountability in one. And you know na me share. Straight into action, Manucho Magandi. We start off with Anana Grada briefly. Ya kwachenu biem. And now if you adane ya kase police force mu here warrant to rearrest her more or less for violating on her bail terms. Now the founder and leader of Heaven Way Champion Ministries, Evangelist Patricia Odru Cranton alias Nanagrada, has been rearrested by the police. According to a report by Omancha Nanagrada, who is facing multiple criminal charges in various courts, was rearrested today, Monday, January 16, 2023, after making an appearance before the Accra Circuit Court 4. The court on Monday adjourned her case to Friday, January 20th. But before Agrada could leave the court premises, she was picked up by the police in relation to another case.
Yeah, I think candidly, some of these people, we need to, find a way to curb their incursions somewhere into our space. We have a lot of things to discuss in Ghana, but the truth is that this one, just like we said last week, now one satisfied bail conditions. So day man or man bail based on some because we do poor money there. The judge was annoyed that some here better warrants and prosecutors now questioning there. But this one has to do with appear biblical.
Yeah.
He had to show the guy's penis on TV. Now tender TV, and the guy was really mad. You can't show
Bema.
Yeah.
We in the Bema with TV so.
Exactly. The appear biblical went to someone's home or be invited or says he'll be here. Then they had to acquire the phone China. They had to virtually make him naked. Then Agrada had problem with biblical because of some Kwekwana issue. It had to do with 10,000 the mark
Kwekwana.
Yes. Or this kind of appear biblical some fan come Kwekwana. 10,000 cities that time. That Kwekwana car say any idea. About 2 years ago, one J not better because Agrada is trying to bribe him near there. The appeal biblical did not take the money back to Agrada.
No dear.
So they had their own altercations near Diana. Agrada chasing crime and the tax chasing. But that video there, separate can suffer. Now one church member invited and said we our problem work by we area. Then the guy goes there and he says it's a setup. He gets into the room and the lady's husband comes to make him naked and takes Ochuchano video near there. Then Agrada comes to show it on his TV.
So
on her TV,
sorry.
But his penis and everything was on. Into any appear biblical, so the court say, we showed nakedness.
Yeah,
we showed, but the picture came before. Now the video was out on social media, but Agrada showed it on TV. So I think any appear biblical so is seeking legal redress until I said they are arresting for this. But Agrada was very mad this time around. We at the courts then he had exchanges with Omo Mochen and near the end. But that's how far the case is going. I think Dampare should clamp down on some of these things. It's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Especially mom tabro sometimes annoy me. They stay up abroad and they make it murky. They throw in a lot of garbage. There are things used advisedly. Nemo Ghana is here discussing. But not a fetish priest who converts into. You see, they make mockery of Christianity. But sometimes you need to be on a tutelage of somebody. There's a reason why Jesus, from the age of 13 to 30 years, after 12 years in Yantin and Kebium, people claim that he had to go and that you can have the gifts, but you need wisdom and knowledge. And no, grada. So they change overnight to get himself a church. Tell me, Kigali, Paul Kigami, who need the ground to me, yes, you can have problem with it. But in your culture, I want to say, at least try to have some knowledge. At the end, give to the amount. On Chelsea, use it haphazardly. Yeah, that is the problem in Ghana. Obiana akwanche fumbiani echionko, then it's really putting us in a mess. So I think some of these things should be the reason. They should have scapegoats in Ghana. And to shut up some of these things because it's getting out of hand. Agrada as an entity. Yes, the modern day as but which sometimes penny but it's getting out of hand. She needs to be stopped at a point in time so that you can concentrate on the weightier matters. Me as a Ghanaian, that's what I always feel. Sometimes I follow it just to know where the nonsense is getting to. But the truth is that national development, they don't help because police is not really clamping down. I remember a chair also Bempano. Some sanity came into the system. People felt that if the president's prophets can even be arrested, then they need to set up.
Okay.
But all of a sudden, it's creeping back. Some of these.
Is Dampare losing hold of the?
I don't know. He started so well. Ghana now, you don't know what happens to some of these people. Whether they are juju.
They shut them down.
As some other can say juju is this. We won't say story. No. I know Ghana web. Confabra. Yeah. I'm gonna make a Kalusha say.
Also, I be done. Maintain interview.
Yeah. I sit down on Mboko screen. I'm here juju and they get results in there.
No, so we be how better that.
Yes. But Dampare needs to set up. I don't know. Say juju not.
Mami Abaso the message about. I should check my messages. But I don't see it though.
Yo, we on Frey, Betty.
Sayira so there.
We on Frey Betty.
On Frey no.
Yes. I want for the first time to know whether my member tells the truth.
Okay. Oh, I thought you said she tells the truth all the time.
I want to confirm.
What's for the first time?
Someone confirm me that.
Rephrase.
I want to confirm for the first time whether she tells the truth because I feel she tells the truth.
Kalu. Mami abana Kalu manu ju attack no so wonso na no la. Meaning so kakra de beka grada on this is the start on you.
I got a issue there. As a running issue I mean ekosu. But I said and done Ghana na man for ever lost into the own hands. Na me dem kwa me feel say kwa wan court no mo ye but another case there na say mami no somebody popa o Ghana. Because say osofu pa say or osofu papa then no more or you go osofu for fi pa yi papa ba kakra me canon.
Okay, you move on. Kalu, let me start with you this time. National Security ni Attorney General court a director
to say
apologize journalists acho bekai Edmond Emmanuel Ajafo Abugri, editor of Modern Ghana. The Accra High Court has ordered the National Security Attorney General and IGP to apologize to Emmanuel Ajafo Abugri, editor of the ModernGhana.com portal, for human rights violations. According to My Joy Online, the parties in the case filed terms which were adopted by the Human Rights Division Court 2. The report also added that the presiding judge, Justice Nicholas Agbodapi, held by the terms of settlement had been adopted by the court. Now the background of the case, and say, July 2019, Emmanuel Ajafo Abugri, or the applicant, SU National Security Coordinator, Inspector General of Police, and Attorney General, as respondents for violation of his right. Now judgment, order said the respondent shall issue an apology to the applicant. And have the same published in the Daily Graphic within 14 days of adoption of the terms of the settlement. The respondents are also to pay compensation, any legal fees, and any gadgets that were seized from the applicant, including laptop, 2 mobile phones, and a tablet. Umbekai said, June 27, 2019, gun wielding operatives of national security in Akwacheno, on a reporter Emmanuel Brichum, offices. The officers whisked them into a black van, strapped their heads in black polythene bags, and sped off. Their laptops and mobiles were confiscated, and they were subjected to interrogation at our national security offices. Emmanuel Jafo, on editor of the Modern Ghana portal, later told the media he was subjected to electric shock and other forms of torture whilst in detention. A very, very sad story. But then, Wadibim, but it doesn't take the pain away.
Exactly. What I didn't understand was that they should just issue apology and pay. That's all.
Compensation.
I don't cry to the way judge.
No, about compensation. I agree. No, as I'm legal fees.
But the money should have been mentioned, because
compensation.
It's a priceless. But for me, it's a victory for the journalism.
Yeah.
As far as possible, why did he go through this? So true story about Ken, the pioneer at the other time, National Security Officer. Then they decide to go the Rambo style. You see, we are not living in a banana republic, and also autocratic dictatorship. That's when we'll be tried there for one. There's a reason why we have the criminal libel law near the and repealed near there, because at the end of the day, if you are not happy, you take the person to court for defamation, then they pay you back. But you decide to, I mean, I'm happy that almost 4 years down the line, the guy has gotten his reprieve and answered the much needed way. And you see, you lied on their personalities that they were engaged in cyber way fraud in there, just to have access to then it doesn't work out well. So I think that the judge couldn't have done it any better, because you can see that they couldn't prove beyond reasonable doubts that they were actually engaged in that. And I say, BB, your problem was that he wrote a story which you feel did not go down well with you, until you have to go and catch him a Rambo style near there, to go and torture him near there. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I wish the judge would have been more the punishment should have been deterring enough. That way, national security and state apparatus you don't take advantage of the people. Your democratic role, when things happen, find proper ways to really go about it. Sometimes I want to censor my words, because the man read the story and some of us have been following it. And a lot of people, journalists now, sometimes they are so narrow-minded. And
Mami Abasiopo, which player was Rashford obstructing when we were losing? Where were the referees? Hey, back in the go.
It was Sheldon. I mean, Sheldon the ball to allow. Yeah, was not Sheldon. Yeah. So I think that our colleague journalists should learn from some of these things too. We are too divided, divisive. When people have taken stance in there, we know some of our senior journalists. Sometimes I don't want to use the word so-called near there. I think it's a bit demeaning. Senior journalists who have paid their dues, people see them. In some bar, we expect them to not to be Sergio Ramos and co. Sergio Ramos crapo in the time you came. You're the same way your time will pass. Sometimes leave beautiful legacies. I believe 10, 20 years from now, the most Adam and Ibajin say, I qualify time maybe so Mitsem and Nichon and Missumbe say, we know MFA. And it should come with you doing the right things and making sure that, to the best of your knowledge, you report what is true and right. But not just decide that more scanning identity, or you satisfy some big stomach somewhere because they will give you bits of weight. So that one is for my colleague journalists. But I think for me, the judge Agbodakpino, I mean, it's done well. Meaning I will go and support him with 2 loaves of bread for this quick decision that, you know what, more state agencies all right, but what you did was shambolic. You don't take somebody's rights and freedoms away from him just because you are not happy with an article that is written. And there are remedial measures for you to get your justice, to seek your justice, rather than doing some of these things. So kudos to the judge. And I think it will not change. You said something beautifully that will this really remove some of the torture.
The torture. I'll see a man electric shock.
Yeah, exactly. But at least it will give him some reprieve. That Anya Krano, he's been proving that Nyamukafa no so cybercrime and whatever he wrote about them near them, because they were just not happy. We need to sanitize the system so that at least you do this job in confidence. When you have information, you put it out there. When you allege must prove, take the person to court. You improve near any tomb say 5 years, 10 years. If you have a tanya bomb, so say at least what canon you should have thought twice about it. You don't go defaming people. That's your own selfish interest. But you defame you don't go Rambo style. I mean, it doesn't help in any way.
Kalu.
Obo,
yes sir.
Ghana, Semo.
And now
I say, Kabi. Obo say, social and national security apparatus. Na mo to me be say there. Let's say no man kui. I'm just looking at the angle say. So when the politicians are given the chance to save the country, more often than not, say money. Mom say, "Omon kwa no minye do mumpe." yes nyankophobia so mo hwe ade na mo ye ne say ya wona me che no eti ekromo ase me pade bi wa pa mo say whistle blowers wona me che no ba ga na obetima we den akoy whistle blower
no na de obe a che na be ga na akoy na be kan wa sem mo mo nkoy na wajima
say ya Monday to say o man no ye japade ye gudie de show nsa na ye yi a etemna hu ni kwan say ye betimi ata bebi hu say ade na esi hwesuma me no me fa say wo yi wabusuam na abia mo gold bi o ana mo japade bi na de show nsa say kwaku hwesuma yen eti abusuafo no mo ni hu kwan say bibi wo ho a omba be hwuma na
gold no bisa say maza gold na de ma say hweso no ewen
na o say bibi kura koye na koso na nkoyi a enti o ni hu kwan say o mebisa say kwaku ade na de ma ho no kosei sada gana akoyo yetu abane mo mu wi a na afede o mo officer tumi na be di o mu nti so o mo try konso enti anu mo ye ne se nye kra na utumi ko bisa hwe
ana untimi nka hwe
utumi ko kan hwe because o kan bia wo ye enemy enti ese gana akoya yi o nipa mienu pe na wo gana o
nipa mienu
pe
why
NDC and MPP
o sa Akwa don ko so your party no
so mo ka go for member yi because I say MPP na tell abaso a when the choir ya NDC for na chi wechi say MPP for na better so NDC for na show machi it say ekro ni ngofo this set of two political parties om na ngofo on constitute Ghana one na because om majority na enya sa gofo bi ho omo gita party the crack card and also be akro nya political party omo hwe the waves the corner omo de bona ya face o mine mu mo aye di on say mo aye no mo de to aba obi anu omo bi omo kro mo mpesa yi no but national obligation say about to time do a eso kokoto bi no mo kokoto they be kokoto do say it is oh ya national security kra na nka okra na ese nka oni journalist for kwa mo ye baako because no bi wo ho a mo be Ghana de national security ni kwa no edwuma be no me awatiti okwa office kwa de mo ska di kwa etika wonya nkrofo bi na o metu ama o information those kind of stuff was the last time kwa ra o ka say na sabe ni di nkomo bi wo elubo ho ba bi a nkrofo bi di board yes de be fa so national security for mo nim say no transactions no. They have to take some of the government more. No matter catch this what is going on. Nanu ya kufa do koya na no papa those kind of stuff here. Russia for Burkina Faso amutu friends gold wo hoi. Border issue. Na bi kwa o ma start o nkro for Ghana kwa na yehu obi the skin here kwa na e bi Russia for kwa be Ghana kwa. They say national security kwa wo manim. What am I saying? It will take a journalist for him to say and confirm can be crab bedua because Ghana for the you China for if so me bruni you Russia for you pakoko no mo body pakoko kra you difference they be cry more than that mo no be cry yet to me it is a journalist is na adwuma na say wo akogin gadgeta now to ma make et we call yan be a o mine fu manyina hye bia abanyani na say na otumi akoyutwa mfoni e de be betudwa say na zitia na anim tu video na otumi kan wasem na journalist na obehokobo ne dia opo.
Okay,
you have a long way to go.
We do have a long way to go. Ken Kalusha no. Okay, yan share debt na mehra lanchama ana nya lanchama temo ne name ever debt ni we. Yeah. Which way?
Any of them. Me the any style, I mean on top,
on
top, bottom.
This is two stories naka. Alan issue no.
But I prefer to be at the bottom. I prefer that one.
Alan wouldn't to be the last story. Okay.
They say me any way, any style, on top, bottom, side. But normally I prefer to be at the bottom. So whichever we want it, I'm okay.
Oh God. Okay, Unity Radio 103.9. Yansha Ekano Asem and I shall motion.
Yes. Yeah, that one is.
Yeah, in from because I don't need JB.
Dr. Kofi.
Yeah, Dr. Kofi Amwa. I say Omo resign fi Ekufuado abaimono. Traitors.
Yes.
Omo traitors. Outspoken businessman and economist Dr. Kofi Amwa has criticized ministers who have announced their resignation from the Akufo-Addo administration. Dr. Amwa, in a series of tweets, said the decision to those ministers smacks of selfishness, especially because they are living at a time the country's economy is in dire need. Now, a captain exchanging a damaged sinking ship for an imaginary unbuilt ship is a traitor and an opportunist who cannot be trusted. Ghana needs captains with selfless determination to stay the course and not those who resign in time of distress. Please watch their actions, not their words. I know any and someone. Ministers Dechin Akufo-Addo's ship are part of the mess we are in. Mama, and I saw headline no. Into Dr. Kofi Amwa, a story no, or tweety no, and or capture Mahama headline no, and they attaching the story no. Okay, that is one end of NPP flag bearership. On the other hand, former NPP into a threefold into Mr. Muntini.
Yes.
Kalu, are you with me? Former NPP MP accused of inciting delegates to vote against Bawumia because he is a Muslim. Our story way by Friday, no, but we couldn't finish it, and I'm glad say they link up with me now. The former member of parliament for Ayensuano Samuel Ayepe has been cited for promoting religious division in his capacity as the Eastern Regional Campaign Coordinator for the flag bearer hopeful John Alan Kojo Chiramatin. According to a report by Daily Guide Network, Daily Guide Nedebayo, the former MP is being accused of telling delegates of the party not to vote for Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as flag bearer because he is a Muslim. The report alleges that the former MP, in various engagements with some members of the party, informed them that some Christian leaders have indicated their resolve to urge their congregants to vote against the vice president if he is put forth as the party's flag bearer in the 2024 election. The former MP is said to have engaged social media and phone conversations with some party members regarding the issue, which has since attracted fierce criticism from the camp of the vice president. But in his own defense, Mr. Ayepe has denied the allegation, saying, "I have never said anywhere that we should not vote for Dr. Bawumia because he is a Muslim. Those with evidence should prove it." According to the former MP, he did engage some party members in a chat via WhatsApp where he indicated that Dr. Bawumia will lead the NPP into opposition if he is elected as the flag bearer, since Ghana is a Christian dominated country. So that is his own admission. So he did admit, but one can say ma monto aba ma Bawumia because of ceremony. But I say in relevance, is it not the same, Manu? Ana difference gagrom. So
difference wo.
Una semantics. Okay. Into them can. It's ono say or can say Dr. Bawumia be lead the party into opposition. Because Ghana Christopher ne door so.
Yeah, is it the same as saying don't vote for Bawumia because he's a Muslim?
I think yeah.
No,
so
I mean
anyway,
it's opinion that it's possible you go on.
I'll say okay, let me quote him. I am the Eastern Regional Coordinator for Alan and have taught the whole region. Everywhere you go, they say what Alan. They say they want Alan because he's a Christian, and the churches say they will vote for him. I don't have any problem against Bawumia or a campaign against him, but the assessment on the grounds which I have always been speaking on. This is an assessment on the ground which I've always been speaking on. It's a fact that if they vote for him, Bawumia, he will send NPP into position, which he himself, Bawumia, knows. That's why he's always moving to churches to rebuild that Christian and Islamic union. They just want to disgrace me, hence using this against me. I am ready to speak my mind on any day and any time. The truth is that the NDC will use that against NPP, since John Mahama is a Christian, and they will vote against NPP. Nti no ena amanfo abuofu ena womu etwabono. But according to Daily Guide, no, omo engage on WhatsApp chat, and a lady identified as Wendy Ekufu, lady bi or no be by no, where he emphasized the importance of the religion in the upcoming elections. I was in Parliament for 12 years, and I did very well during my stay. I am not the first person to lose my seat as an MP. many former MPs who had lost their seat to the NDC are also campaigning for Dr. Bawumia, as I am doing for Alan. For your information, I am a proud regional campaign director for Alan 2024 Eastern Region, and the delegates in Ayinsu also are very much aware of it. So this twist propaganda can't change anything. Inti lady no kasano, and also rebacked. That is also another twist to the NPP flag bearership race. And the last one, pairing Alan Kojo and Bawumia is not a realistic proposal. Former NPP General Secretary Nana Ohininto. Now, former General Secretary of the NPP, Nana Ohininto, says the idea of pairing Alan Kojo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for 2024 presidential race is an unrealistic proposal. That is not a realistic proposal. That is not a proposal to be considered. Explaining his reason, the former General Secretary cited the party's constitution, saying that an elected candidate has the constitutional right and privilege to select a running mate, after which comes endorsement by the party's council. Using President Akufo-Addo as an example, Mr. Ohininto explained that the president during his time was elected, proposed a few names who could be his running mate, but were rejected by members of the council. Subsequently, the council itself proposed a few names that were rejected by the president. According to him, the president then selected Dr. Bawumia, who was not a member of the party. He is of the view that running mates should not be forced on presidential candidates, and that democratic principles must rule. He explained that forcing a running mate on presidential candidate will set a dangerous precedent or precedents. So that is why Ohininto say realistic. Inti younger straight into action. 3 in 1.
Yes, I think the first one has to do with Dr. Kofi Annan saying that those who decided to jump
ship. Yeah. Alan Chamatin or parties some traitors. Omo betray Akufo-Addo.
You see, I think he did not. He's even hurt the president a lot, because to say that it's a damaged ship and they are jumping ship because it's damaged, to jump on a virtual ship, it's as good as saying that the president is just leading.
In effect, Akufo-Addo
I say sinking ship in a sinking, and we decided to
Titanic.
Jump. Yeah, they want to jump off boat before it sinks with them. So that's exactly what you want to say. But what will a damaged ship do? Can it take us to the final destination? In any case, way back in 2007.
I didn't even look at it from that angle.
Yeah, it's an angle. I want to come through the window. You know, I'm very unorthodox.
Yeah,
I don't like doing missionary, the things that you like. Let me shut down. Let me missionary person. Okay, very unorthodox. Stars I won't. You don't think about. That's what I think about. So I'm giving you that angle. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So he's saying this. I remember way back in 2007. I mean, maybe they were stubborn enough around June. President Akufo said that if you have presidential ambitions, jump off my boat, because I don't want you to be distracted. Which better moment than the president wants to get results 2 years before an election? They feel they'll be distracted doing other stuff. Nobody decided, said they want to just get off. They are more competent people. You know, because our Kumsin has been elected for a Dr. Free position there. I mean, is the system not working? Yeah. Even when they pass on today, so for him to really start saying, you see, some of these said the undue advantage as a man or more can be. We are living in a system. The vice president, only the one till you ever to abandon you to me, you know. But competing there, you feel that person doesn't have that right to do anything because he's a minister. And the person feels that, you know what, it's a party. I mean, get off the government, still be in a party and do my campaign. What's wrong with it? As you say, Anopa say, is he trying to tell me that?
A man for a Bimokra one resigning.
It's too late.
Dr. Wayne Adadem say Alan is not serious. One resigning lawyer.
Ampao. Yeah, Maurice Ampao.
Yeah, say Alan is not serious. Or the president is resigning term. Wama Bawumia taking lead.
Yes.
Any other but
that's the beauty of opinions. In terms of chair adjourns, you chair adjourns. So watch your adjourn the bani. You know your adjourn. Beauty of opinions that you believe that in principle. Baby, I didn't do the anchor chair and common training and tenant. But the truth is that you have a vice president on declared intentions there, but this weekend Kranowo Central Region, your budget is so stressful. Yeah, your budget is so nitiakoto. I mean, he's happy.
Hey, I didn't know
like he's swollen head, bro.
So Nanya just say about
that's any kind, but we just say a song, we tell a swollen, yeah. So it tells you that he has an undue advantage over there because on all vice president. And so they are best training the next president. He will not resign near there. Then others feel that it puts them in another state that you should even be happy that they've decided to jump ship and make the presidency and the government in power roll on smoothly. So in principle, I don't agree with him at all. As for ex-president Mahama, he's only taking advantage there because and yes sir, he still needs to remain relevant. It looks like news in the media space these days is about Baumia, Alan Cash, I go to free money. They say, hey, people say that you are sleeping. I like his newfound strategy. You see, in the past, he was seen as a meek person, close to McMill on Kasani idea. But this time I won't say massa boot for boots. It's just about to bomb. I won't say baby. That's why he's saying this, that you know what. More resigning now, and it doesn't change anything because you are part of the damage shaping at the end. It sets it up beautifully. I don't see anything wrong. Our politics is growing, so you really attack the personality in the persona. No. You are allowed to make some of these in there. Sometimes we should stop the hallucinations and sensationalism. So when to make us say any idea, he feels that there will be no match for him because we were part of that very one. Then my next one will be on the religion. I mean, the former MP having a stake on. I personally don't think that is the same. That's why English, no two words are even the same. Sometimes the same word, grandpa, it brings a different meaning. In turn, I can say be a subtle, it be a deep, it be a colloquial, it be a say, because Obeka was saying advertently they are the same. But the point here is that is it not true that why will so be a Christian try to get a Muslim person to partner? Because they know that they
balance their religion,
to balance, and also they can take advantage of some of the numbers in there. Nigeria, it happens over there, and this is politics. Religious way now will be brought into question. So I think that we've gotten to that stage. Obia make a case for the candidate, and somebody feels that by Christianity religion, who you leaders are, there's a criteria to take leaders in Christianity. So feels to take me to the promise, even be by Osi cathedral because he had a promise with God. Assuming Sanko a Muslim, where Sanka you might not do it. Why will you go and build a cathedral for the Jesus Christ God? I'm not saying he will not own to me yet. I mean, they are becoming cosmopolitan in their approach to life. That I mean, once you decide to leave Ghana a secular state, until you don't need to be but your emotions or what you believe in shapes you up. So if you listen, Christians, it's a bit tricky. I remember so well when ex-president Mahama way mosque or gathering, Muslim gathering be one away. The vice president had to troll him. I don't know, you had that way Malam John or say hey power and Tebinuma started Muslim by force now. Or say friend Malam John near there. Meaning that to be a Philly say master, you have to enter on uncharted territories to go and get some of the numbers. Obviously Philly say, you know what, this is something peculiar. And when you go into an election, it's about strategy and who can win as the power. You can't do it alone. Obi Philly says strategically, Ghana has about maybe 60 to 70% Christians, and there are some people they are very orthodox in their approach. No matter how much you try to convince them, they will be comfortable with a Christian leader. Into young training how we handle that part too. Mommy, let's not close our eyes to it. Because our tumra said this time catch us say yeah shy the way you manicho na mne kono ya Muslim but there when so Muslims na dos wo into more careful say mu choose manicho then I'll get flare up and say that why would somebody use that he's trying to incite religious sentiments in there. Then when you go, don't mention your name as you can't confirm they are so quick to show their faith. I want you be truthful to ourselves. Who now person say me dem say we know some of these things we can't run away from. We've lived with them. I used to have a girlfriend back in UK. Now madam for we doing in China, I'm say one of the bank come saying oh same me sum her say I'm say or no who by the time the second statement with you, he will tell you where the faith that he's in. I recruit on him just on you say because he's in a supreme faith in idea. Then I'll just laugh it off number and so I maybe him no. We share now no catch you. To say it will be brought to the picture, people will discuss it. religion can never be thrown out of these discussions.
But politics and religion two separate things. And this year, religion, but politics.
Omuka sample dan kame nyomu krafala. Yet yase na yechese Ghana Christian state. Obika chose Democrats will say believe that politics and religion are two different things. But others believe that no, politics and religion should go hand in glove. Politically, no. I can tell you that when it comes to LGBTQ, it's politics, it's not religion. It's no. Politics, religion, LGBTQ is a boom. A boom believe so strongly that man to jaka. Politics, religion, Ghana, a cultural, religious state. Say, but I've come to a country. I try to separate it.
I'm surprised. Kennedy, Japan openly said this.
Exactly.
Say, what when you intelligence report, I sorry for any be, and sorry for penning for be almost as say. Yema baumia baumia belidi mbipia omon to ma
exactly
baumia because omon pesa sebi kremoni ebedi omoso.
You see, Ghana, the problem you have is that
isn't it bad?
Where I can in principle agree with some of these things, Ghana, some things in life are better left unsaid. And you be it's a sign of maturity.
It raises tension.
Now because say, oh, why are you doing this? So but to be and as you say,
you don't want to be the bad one.
To bail the cat, but sometimes too you need to people should be bold. The modern era now say America and UK say people are truthful. What can some now? Won't show up to dinner body in a can. And we crowd to me a voice recording now or bit radio so or yes. Sometimes if you can't identify, just say don't play it. Oh, me software or no me ada wa mama miska say eba mama here interview dey be person be bomidin. That era is past. To say but you are accusing and putting somebody's reputation on the line. We need to move away from that sensationalism. So we've got it to that point. We need to call a spade a spade. Mobile intelligence report here say massa religion might just play a role. Ghana on Sheden Hunye Hillary Liman was even not a Muslim. So it's a risk. America when they were bringing Hillary Clinton, people said massa female president have been bad down. So me and doing deep. Forget it. And we also how it went. Until when it comes to politics, you don't leave anything to chance.
Yenya Obiawali Ghana. Oh yeah, as the number one gentleman
exactly.
Muslim.
Exactly.
That's why you are trying to.
So it's a challenge that they need to discuss. It's a very, very big challenge. I'm not saying it should never happen. It can be a novelty. But if people feel that massa, baby, democracy in some people might just use it against us, even to get a nut. It was not easy. People had to fight through. Hillary Liman had a chance. Mahama even has his own set of challenges. Well, we name there sometimes blatant insult in the name of because where it comes from, he will disrespect the man. Nowadays, so bringing in a Muslim tune will come with its own set of challenges. It is so be MPP in us who feel it's a massa. I deal with Mumia Sheni you. Now what you say, you see, our politics should grow. Democracy, that's what I'll take me to. Or you to win. Say over the years, Nama MPP said they believe in internal elections. You be president, then that president should have full advantage who becomes his vice president, because you are not running a system. The vice president should be abrogated so much power. Some will say power play room. There are two factions in MPP. Now, okay, Alan should lead, but me should be the vice president. I can confidently tell you that 2024 there will be a lot of anarchy in the Jubilee House, because so people who know say you would select me. The party brought me. Yeah. You know, party na yi me see one.
You need to me or
we need to me or me so will come. I'm sure Nekonya still president and fight. Into the yen yi bako. Ye yi ni we no can say or not himself strategically. Say ye yi Alan Cash say you know what? Popularity ni be biano. This man was able to get 49 51. So it's good to go with the 49-51 to make 100. Even the vice president will know technically that you know what, this man is also so strong on the grounds. So I will need a person. Sometimes we are and not maybe to we are in attraction. Maybe say you know what one of the problems I have with NDC is I can say no backup plan. You can be Mahama. Nyame for samba na BBC. Are they now going to trace their steps? Because nipa their life when you plan B, plan C, fallback plan, alternate plan, best as we project management. You are going into an elections, all you know is one name. Umbo be a dimbu. Na bibi kotuna, we are dealing with human beings to our life. It's good. Sometimes we are internal elections now. You gauge the person's strength on the ground. And in a beboa, Sanka Mama Dimpon will be understanding be. Obe 10%, 20%. Oh, not knowing the force is even so strong on the ground. So you can have this percentage. That's what the things people talk about. Well, the same way with Baumia Alankashi. Let it go the full throttle. just advise them that, you know what, open fair playing grounds, not what happened to Obsinado. Then the man comes out to say that because I openly declared my support for Alan Kasha, I was marginalized. Up till now, Obiambeka won't in the because if you be the monka, silence means consent. And fire home. That attitude they should rather speak against. That yet so because of Alan Kasha, it shouldn't be a reason say and it's robot naturally. Yet now simple. The vice president on declare to be a president of Ghana. On declare you can have your obvious. But some of our students of communication, your words are powerful. One can obi anim say waka.
So we there. And last week na didn't come about open secret.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. But say maybe you do they don't even agree in open secret. So be in any
say maybe he can't say because I could father say if you want
party no party in the NBA way no. But declaration of intent there you bonnet. I mean, me declare my intent say me nya me stand there. That's how we Kennedy Cabinet Japan together with Akote Free together with Wayne Kennedy Japan. That's the level that they went.
And Alan.
Yeah. Declaration of intent. But he has decided not to.
So the one I was supporting.
Yeah, Akote Free. Yeah, I'm supporting the party. He can't even self-contain, but I believe he can rule Ghana. So when politicians, so once you decide to take a position, you open yourself up for us to discuss you. They be come ask them. From Inkumombo Blasters, who be some crash over him. I don't talk about him.
As a Malungum.
Yes.
Or has.
Or has of folk. Or it's a Bobby. When you be, oh, that's fine. I mean, but I just wanted to give an analogy that Bobo Blasters there, Beckham was them. As a major in Bonnie Dimpobium. Joka, you just him. So, in principle, once you understand it there, you as journalists, you talk about them. So, I agree with you into that. Let the systems run. Some mafia work
na me share from angle say sa kremu ne asori ona en kremu asori for some pe kremu leader no shouldn't we look at competence over religion? If somebody is a Muslim or somebody is a Christian and we believe say ono na bitumi aye economic infrastructure development stability obitumi dia brain. Shouldn't we look at any panon some other than focus and say, oh, I suffer for say, the cremo for bound to my, you know?
We be na say boot na you are your friend checklist. Yeah, well, what is important and what is trivial and what is, but Ninyansu important. Ninyansu here. In principle, I agree with you. Even in NDC, someone said I'm for a leader or a Muslim that, but local Muslim community, Hajj in idea where I've heard beautiful stories. They've said that NDC time na Hajj near Papa Mom, I want to fly fit Tamale near Adina. So when they had Ali Muhammad no way no crown bomb, I heard people say this. Some Muslims say it. We also say, MPP by Munya Muslim way, no things have really gone well for them. It's easier, accessible. With chief imam between me afraid about me and Naya Sombra. He sees him as a leader between the Nakasema, every project. So, Obia one way, I agree in principle that competence. And sometimes if you make an enemy your leader, he is forced to favor you because when you say, man can't bear too much. Yanka some pemasem. So we Mahama, we are not Sunday, but we are Muslim. So your honor slides on you to convince the Muslim community that they didn't make a mistake choosing you. So in principle, they agree with you that there's no law that you be on your dia. Yanko war. Ye leader will come and unite the country. But it doesn't mean that and also your factor. Any reason or to about
religion is important.
Any reason or to about even as I say for me, religion is very, very important. Yeah. I don't expect somebody who will come and start taking certain things out because they don't have faith in that one.
Yeah.
But in principle, there I agree that religion should not be an issue. Even in the Bible, I agree. It
might not be an issue on the campaign trail, but it will be. Your point is, issue or
exactly. I'm just on left unsaid. So make sure what can you say in so your campaign should focus on removing the weaknesses around the man.
Okay.
Oh, but why you say and family who blind eye to it, man to walk to school so just sense him now.
I'm accuse you.
And
papa honestly no cry no okano that wako rounds na nsemo awate enye so say mamu ntoma ba me maintain ba me but asorefo no bebre say omo an be kasa wo mo asore dem say esane amankra musuma be di Christo so ntim but is it
you see at this point I Ghana cry prophets am dey be amuno mu ade if you are a prophet na me eche e ya cho say ba umi an be lead Ghana you should be able to convince your people and ask you that Bible muno God allowed people to take leaders who were not part of the faith.
Also, Ghana a Christian dominated country, which is a fact.
It may affect your fortunes if they take a non-Christian to leader, because reasons are for the 12 and a dozen. You'll be on a radio. Obiaduan, so try to cry issue of Ghana.
Yeah.
So what are you saying here?
At the power of fear.
Oh yeah, try be issue of Ghana. Some tribes to their superior tribes and they should rule, and it comes in their utterances near there. Others also feel they are sure so they are always vociferous, trying to fight. Consider to move attitude say women come because we all see them, and sometimes there are traits in them. You can school cry. So people can't say people maybe you're insulting, but here you are denigrating me because I come from Yentina Wakasa, Wukrumni and Kobekasa. Nakwa issue. Maybe I'm about to cross all cano. What make us a crowd man or bit in film with a man tried and Okasa. We did the on a fatem, we did the shim fatem. You know how we behave in Ghana. So those things in be issues which we need to be, and at this point, you know, make them kind of strategy. Some elections are not bibima. I need people who even think like this, not the praise singers. It's not easy to gather sensible people in numbers. You know why? Because they will ask very controversial questions, and we have to give them right answers to follow you. Yes, sir, that's why I'm listening to Shatawale and say, Muno Dino. No follow me to make me a cross here, or mammy, a mom can make me koyeo, when no money Yansan. He's not also being truthful to himself. Because streets want to follow us, sensible people also alive. So maybe then at this point, you know, sensible person asks you a question as Master, there's a bigger hurdle for us to cross. Religion, Ghana, no, about 60 to 70 are Christians. Muslims in Eba, and they are making inroads. I remember 20 years ago, no one do 20%, but maybe they are like 25, 30. Ubi from Krobaga say money to know Muslims are 45% of Ghanaians. We are agree. But going into this election, if somebody raises this as a questioner, you see, sometimes when somebody been asked you a stupid question, you can make your answer, use your answer to make sure that you are wise and the person is foolish. Life is like that. Maybe someone say, oh Manicho, Mate say you can lead wisdom but to Pembapa. Oh, Sawon, me dem ma me oba, me so dem oba na manage. Women are mixed. Say. In your bed to use womanizing against me, I can give you an answer. Or suffer Christ if you are not born the same. I can answer same papa.
Okay.
So, some things are meant to make the vice president look negative. We a communicator, we a leader. Try to use it in a positive light. Make those stupid analysis look very positive around him. And prove to them that Master, this man, even in his Muslim state, you know, Wabua Christians, he goes to church. In the French, they say, I mean, I didn't think that you will play all those cards. So I don't have any problem people feeling that way. Their job is daunting, but they can equally be up to the task and convince Ghanaians that religion, no, the man, as much as I'm Muslim, no, or people my Christians for crab bargain so, and they will vote for him.
Okay. Unity Radio 103.9. Encha, you may be a phone lines, no, but before we do that, Ken Kalusha, Mamintio, 3 in 1. Butche, former general secretary. Into Kameka Dambuche. I into say MPP ni Kojo Chamate ni ba me anya realistic, and I'm say reasons no medical chichim. And former NPP nsu so achirim or say amanfo accuse no say ma omonto aba ma ba me because of ekramani enya ba me no time no ba mu mo call rounds no asofo no nsem mo ka no de ono eka. And what was the third one?
Yeah, Kofi
Amwa. And so say Baumia, Baumia, Alancha Martin, any Akoto free, wow nipa, only traitors.
Sometimes I free, I'm the farm worker, and I
sinking ship. Nice. Ship no air sink.
They try to be nice.
Ship no my jump away from now. My question is Titanic ship was sinking a boat to Albania, say jump on jumbo. To save your life. On one analogy. Okay, Kalu Yanko.
Starting free Kofi Amwa, I mean, MPP, election beba 2024. Obiamana Bidio minim. Yes or no? Yes. If yes, sir, and conform Biana Bewakujira. And now, Alanta Martini or Sakuto say, ambition is they want to be a fragment for MPP.
Which they have the right.
They have the right.
And the president and also say, Oprea Frima by mo.
and my money to cry, my dear way back 2007. Now there a woman my Kufadu. Then that time I know a foreign minister or resign. Yeah. And obey Fragbera or Koya.
By this time not shipping sinking.
No, I mean let's see a shipping sinking and secure. At least say maybe before you 4 years when me 8 years now, we still need
other people to take over.
And on conference so confident enough say everyone partner be. But no more can almost so mobile between Ababe, ama no makuya. A constitution man the Ekajom say, try amount ministerial position tramuma your terminal. Was a conference. So I could a delegate conference now. My select will be say, or may fact bearer. No money made a Kufianwa will say in there. You should come back again.
You disagree with
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Move on to the next one.
The next one I'll use this term marginalization.
Marginalization. What brofo?
No, I mean,
I'm a mass now. Yeah, they say what brofo.
As I say,
oh, yes, pension. What take over you? Ye pension, Motiana, come marginalization.
Obo, Sir Empira Semo Kaino. I don't know, Magani, I may say a baby. Yempe changes, yempe na obi a Muslima, Oyenipa. Obi a Christian, Oyenipa. Adine pobia wonim dia obetumi abu oman no sa no mano mo we see nana ye haye no obi ha say a personality or court say we would belong to say a certain particular group bia now kan kasa bia nkwa na wom nim die die decide bu oman ni na say ye nkofo ina aso the same yi na say we making them inferior what am I no because ade bi oba bia no young population be home say sango for no de omo nkan pound omo ntumi endi o man anim but ma obi obedi ni man anim and doesn't matter ethnicity or the tribe of Fimuba. The provider said a Ghanaian or what that mindset is say you try to help the country to move forward. What I'm saying, you are all looking for development. They look out here say that Christianity I mean I could tell this some of the some no a political sentiment and first thing campaign gimmick if I blue neba or no so all na chamate first thing a camp it's a jobs will be through our bob for a man and no becker but I don't think sir if we say number of let me put this away Christopher or mobile or mine since 1957 65 years in and even on the ako no mind every time be amukwa obi obebabi a see we discount we obebabi a see o money the ako we obi obi metra so enka say o man aye o my no bi a ama no o money the ekwa anim right now we need competence. We don't need that religious and political we need obia or vision obia some or the betu dwano betu abo man na no ma sese no na ehia enyi say religion can play a part you just say if we can get even the atheists no ko ndi ankopon di no ko abadi anima no ma wona dream one of the countries is Haiti for is Caribbean some but one of my president no Muslims what about you I call this square about the master say one no be see and this is the first Muslim what do you mind so but go and see okrono obonu modema o mana etumpon no be ma bia say obi na dweso ba baby a na we ofia na we ofia no na we ofia no say selective injustice no po na eku oman no una meche no because man papa bi wo ho say a certain tribe or wom and religious background bi wom ti yet tackle say wiema nya de a man so wo nimdia o wakonya ne yeso obeso de bo man kwan na ye be man kwan say from look of things no say ya selecting crofobia o mko na betuma yi Christian and a certain tribe so anya sa na a Muslim with a certain tribe dia obwa nya de obetuma bo man no ye fa san je o man o man de nyina nim de so free.
Two free say na some kind no one it was wrong.
Last more credit question koka. So because so a campaign those kind of stuff no, you shouldn't even have
said those things.
To those states. Who incited the Christians against the Muslims. When I'm no. Let's have a detention beba. When I'm no. Wo now a Christian even catch us say about to a year about. I don't know how compare. Just go
back Canada, Japan said same. I'm not Canadian, so until we say a niece or more cancer. Kennedy the end of kind of crash.
No, we don't have to tolerate those kind of sentiment. Political, you know, but then some religious, you need every tribalistic, you need ethnicity. It doesn't have to come to pay because they say, "Oh, mine are Buddhist here, Ghana." No, opo. Until occasions of me not necessarily Muslim tea. You enjoy more task from woman. Huh?
No,
so yeah, job task me boy. And to say job task also nim the other so person or also the boy minor. And to quite was on me. You know, that is what is preventing the country to move forward because the Biana tribalism near religious near and no man kaka says someone say a higher man to quite. But I don't call or he told you no. I don't know. But me any land combination. If you say Bamiana be Fagber and Alan Ababidu and I say Bamiana Sako, so vice president Biana, of which I don't seem to understand it. And of which
somebody's calling me said it needs about me campaign team money how because Mahama so concrete for I feel opportunity Malam John. Some guys ask him no.
And I say me kind.
Yeah, I
me kind say Malam John.
Malam John. And it needs about me team no so. Say obi di video mo ni say how
no opo me anglam person me say
o kasa in general
say you did tribalistic and religious you know at the back yeah bambum na say obi wo na say owo nimdie bi oye first oye Muslim and I say you know na say oye Muslim dia on the me be more man na na by calling the Muslim can also rule the country. What I say, you know, say as a certain group being I am say the first saying the elite say who free a particular tribe me and I chance, but in Basata, you know, that show more what was saying. Okay. And you just have to make sure say you bet my friend he told you anyway.
He told
you no.
Say this equal the one see and near course.
I mean, he told you now.
And I born. Oh, say Ben Kakrebels and callers ni be starting.
Oh, he told you. I mean, me na ka be permutation. So about me and I
and ka pese Baumia ne Alan. And ka wo pesa permutation.
No, say permutation Baumia ne be a year na. Ebe Fagbera na Alan ayana anaba omi ebe saying akọ ebi
now saying now person one of our Canadians people were saying nka mama Alan nye president and then Baumia vice
no the permutation is say
but
no they should allow them to go and try to do the elections na a delegate no omo pe no so omo pe no omo yi omo wi a na fe this vice issue no aba out but then eba no obia be fine you know eraju no omo set up a good example say onu kwa mu akwa time onu kwa na so na go kai ko be Japan say man waiver no o ma ba omi waiver no nye party member
Japan na de ma ba
no see
so hininto
so ko be Japan ka so hininto man waiver san o kan enti onu ma first ba omi waiver otumi be mo de be vice president you know munja omo ko no yoma omo ko say yento abamo no omo ko a whoever wins bia no select the person but what they should bear in mind say omo ko for competency but not personality Ghana for the say and e kan yi ye po we na ho fe no so wa those class staff no hu hia but say
no me janya sa o yes na say o ka say Tialan was na man for can don't what to for we simple we say I want us to give fair grounds to everybody because we say okay, say we na
o can competency asem Yalen say if is a first no offer no a competence I mean
but because I want make it general statement don't go to specifics
and me say Ghana for
e be no bi ko kan ya yes o detail be campaign
no to the bia sad how mo kan masem And you differ from that. He said, this.
I know there is everybody
thinking.
Don't tell them to differ. What do you want to for someone selection based on competency? Simple. It's a TikTok and then he's still competent. But
the personality in the room, but for competence in count.
Yeah, it's competence. It's a focal point.
When you look at the new panel, say, or the personality in every opera, always a bit my judgment, it will be judgment. It doesn't matter which region is coming from. Come from upper east, upper west. See any babiano. So if I saw a gun and inquire competent enough, so better my boy minor to a general as well. That's what we want.
Yefa calls no. Yama callers in Bimba 508-304-9394 508-304-9394 508-304-9394 outside Ghana +1 Ufra now so do adwenche ready aba bondo ne de na ye ka no aban I extend the deadline no se usika e sha aban bondo mu ho ya akiro osemon sign agreement but ochina ye beto ye bo ye de sa topics ne be start because they are running story and then na Kenofuriata the extension number till then third time aban say omo government bonds and sign paper no na chese ntumi ngoji IMF loan na omo so omo sign no omo so sika nkoloko eti ye bedi nkomo nyame yard much na because of time constraints and they said they can snow na 20 ntumi amba entem ochina erade e de chen ne ba ye de no be hyase enti ene no ya kasa fa grada ya che no former NPP MP ono say ono de asofofo aka ene okọ rounds e wo no eastern region de amanfo ka say omo ento aba emma obi a onye kristoni eno MPP former MP no he's been accused or inciting religion into the campaign. Dr. Kofi Amoase wa resign fi Akufo Addo aban mu a afi na wo ba be pre say ento aba ma say president ship no sinke Akufo Addo o se ship no sinke tama ehia captains no na mo resign nti omo resign afi Akufo Addo aban mu so be pre akonya no mo ye traitors just omo ye betrayal so mo a omo yi nipa ma na no na manu choni kalusha na say what's ship here senke dia says will be save your life but you can also have your opinion. That's why we open the phone lines. Government debt exchange no eno na na ka ho asem no ochina agrada yasan akwa chini biu sanso na court enso say national security attorney general na IGP omo empa yen journalist omo echi na ochoroma modern Ghana achew for kwan am de ne fast no man compensation ene we ni nsem aka na fe yasan ehwe sports controversial goal Manchester United offside goal ejima omo ni nyina so ye kan ho asem Chelsea ewini Liverpool is also in the sinking ship Brighton go many masepoto Barcelona etrashe Real Madrid and Arsenal enso prove omo Premier League title credentials o kan sa na manu twa usunity ye hwe phone calls na say every nana ojam buama asoye nana onfa nufo eniagro nana entio
so yasi abidio fifi diede uzo remati baza no for the fifi the academic account no for the idea pa me akoko no for club nyame no ofo manager Karisa ni Malicho Mr. Kujo Kutonki you know down no smita no I not say that not supposed to also smita papa ofo kata not say that not supposed to me fa share with you koko pe kata Boniface for your Kabibo, Minkomani. Okay. Dr. Kufia was here today. Also, more free, you know, we are there.
We are traitors.
Papa, on connection on some review. Yes, catch 2017, and for a Mampaniku 4 catch on say. That time, NNPP constitution Article 13 or 6. Also, Obia, who prepares Fabra, who prepares position, they are so national officer, we are minister, we are MNDC with our position. That's one. A gentle on a ship near Yamina, no video on your Fabra, I running a friend. I vice Yamon, no could be selection, no could be transformer, no could be no de yes, no one. It was a good way. So, who did the car? Papa, so there is a lot. As far as maybe a exercise now I penina also so coca in Camufa. Opo also on no coin, the woman is king on one, the woman or two, and you know, not more singing a mouth walker.
Yeah.
The amount walker.
Yes, I know.
The amount for you, none could young go down, young queer research, young could be some company, but other can. Pan amount for Kana. If you go really a make answer, when you for John, Alan, could do something. John. Church say, or no ever, Ababi Jam, a few honey of the say, will be killed. Young Kenyan, the food on the board, a Ponapusia, a Condia, so that is the Akapande, no Makasa, Yama, Yabaya Majua, Mamicha, Chamai, Astabidiako, or Abuson, no tea, but you hope, Papa for you in your golden and no tea, or Bomodian supper, Mama Papa it through. When you are or you're sending you any, or man, pass it too. You got a year, Benjamin, Papa, this is on the bank dino. As a bank will not be a normal education, and the Papa on Pisa. Mamicia are the form of Dibina, never small, I was some over them to go and find Piano, normal trust.
Nana Ojambuama, all the way from Pensine TV, Obuasi, Nana Yadasi, Oluma, and now Tosuminu, Uriana, Kwajopukuko, na Yentuasusa. Oluma Bajotuminka. Oluma, Otemenka. Olumai, for the last time, Bacha Otemenka.
So, why?
Bacha me who now, sir.
I don't know for my men of than auto repairs. Mr. Ghana for more persuasion, so be unfine a car and call near Tribia and a call Pedia, Bibia very fine. That's a Gold Coast Catering Restaurant, Minim Sani Cano. The Chama 1, Chama Kodago, maybe I will be at my mention and I'm born about mention in our Opo the kind, as someone former MP no Kayano. And I asked them, Corona, honorable, Canada Japan, so crab about the
Canada Japan, the kind.
Aha, and I miss them, Corona, Opo Minsuma Kabi. Now, maybe I'm a car and I'm on for him, say, dear, and I didn't know who yet. Any fact, but my dream never be a course under Mahama and Mammy. A car say possibility say you can never be president or Ghana no, will look at car because why are some asophobia teaching software teaching be the also them pamo the otable mo every year former president Mahama no. Nanka we Muslim one. Uponanka bia emfa papa emba omanu because Muslims no so be cast because of we Muslim nti and Christians no especially asofo no nsa eti na say school be I Wesley girls the Muslim be a okoya omuso ho mane nye achiya ne ade kofa nsensem be bai okoye hu nsem bia asofo bi be de ebe kai and to be honest the back Ghana ha majority no Christians and ever Ghana pound so many and especially your schools are doing now was built by Christian churches. It is a bad development in as for school in the idea or we are ahead of your Muslims no. But I'm an assembly and Kenimta, but Nipa be the SU no more agreeing to Sana or Mauno. Opo Encan and Navy away Nodina, we can't just say 10 years. But the way the man we are near how and Nippon pass or can't semono. And the cano to any Nippon so can't you master me a town for me a 10 year and normal Diagro. Maybe a before by now be on a cast me a 10 year. That time that way now you see according to you the transit HSO very active. Your name be near Sunni and never be a both religions name and friends and going in I survive about. The thing will be a country a car racism. Opo any other even Ghana have cry. Ya Muslim Fekabi and then Maminka say will Muslim. If you are Christian, say you are my pastor, Xmas man. Then your scholars you make Mama Montabeka say, oh, receive Christo ni Mary Christmas Haram. But dear, my woman, a friend, a journalist, not so for women, I said, the Labia, a good hijab near the alley, and the boy celebrity. It's the class a haram crana. The woman said, situation a woman said, abom nyɛ nipa baako.
Okay.
Because the commission ni time no opomi wie the commission ni time no. Akristo fo ko no wɔ Mecca so mo ko sra no. Madina omu ko ye no na omo sɔre time aso commission ni che asɔre na no mu mienu. Ela omo akristo fo no fa so omo fa so. Ela nka mo fo so fa ha so be. Eti ye ne omo no eye fitete. But na ya man yourself ni ye niema bi aye ye ntino. Ama ye titi mu abaye mu. Eti yeah, my friend. But the situation I want to see I know for the Kasa say and easy. It's my former MP somewhere was on in number or sitting at the other somewhere. And you look and someone some individuals there. I can't tell Oppo. They can look on Northern Radio.
Yeah.
And yet the so Kuba in Lumena Santini, I'm an acquaint DC or Northern Radio. But over Santa Radio, you was MC.
Yeah.
But then you is so the corner of MC.
Yeah.
I Santina man, you won't get it. Oh, because you can't see my yen, won't me your she yadwa. And the social media, which no Brocana and Yaya, why are Santina? I'm going to need a vacant somewhere because one is out and the 4 and 2 blocks. Your point is well made. Uso kokasa igweni mu yete ya na nso ni bofu wo wi asusu ba ye tete Ghana
okay
eto bo ye suni ba ya ye na ye timu a esi ye timu akamoni mesmedi Kristo ni mesmedi ama sunjaba se de chief imam ko asori pe no mko bo mpaye no aso fo bi su ba chief imam no oboye se na se nke de
ya dase olma wakasa wo ye kamoni ba wakasa fairly kwajo bokutu aso wi anade ne number ye 0093 no akọ kwajo abom design
Obonya ko pada wo no we na muso e
onyame adom yenso ye ho ye
Obonya ye da da be mo na ko pona wo po mo de mention so ko ama assemblyman da bi yo na bi so o so mo jani le kan ma fi ni kan na ko pon so en kan no bo e be le chance die okay na me na ba kire e ze sa top for the entimi wo mu dia ye stress die ba be tim ne ye kika ko ne ye tie win mu ne die at least ye timi boy Europa kwa na me gini sa babu an ne sa pa dia. Never the referee the minimum no Liverpool fan o the debeo. What is 7 minutes at to near boy 8 minutes 9 minutes near double boy. As the basic idea that 7 minutes for my men to my Samson. Ya pay you going and some of Moka and Tony one about Bocate. Omora and show you when I say Obama Alan you see, I lose time and your president. Camonini as Christian and some about politics. A good as I say, no, be a good leadership. I will let you have Ghana, you be a young tree. I will hear my earthquake. Or let you have a boy or my conclude Ghana. Now, maybe I don't see a crown of the boat. You see, I waited there and young. Only we are some delegate in some. That delegate look at Kuana or Tomaya. There is Omutuma Baumia, energy or a flag barrier. Omutuma Lancaster or a flag barrier. And to many the empire may one is a summer to my counter MPP this year, no more yet. Any Camoni, Christian, no one will go ever for Sobiama. When you fire about Ghana, you bet you are too poor. We are going to my first, and then you are up to the man. I can't see a young old. If you have to sign your money in our own kind. Now you just sign your money away, you come on your way, or don't go for Sobiama. Let's learn people go. Why do you want to delegate now go to a mother? What do you say? Father also be NPP and Novo. I'm not the enemy. You present them for now. Okay, what about your president? Mama Kwan Kabuko, Uncle Gato, Malam Joe. If you go on way.
No, Baumia, and Eddie Hrun is Baumia, Eddie Hrun is Malam John.
If you go on with if you best friend before, I am paying for now, almost 30 year campaign mal and cash, no, for fine, I know they won't mean carry. But the whole for the right channel, no campaign, I'm gonna find. Then you have to go to the Baumia, the year flag barrier, a day, 3 7, a do better chance of a and Traba Manana. Yeah, but a new start time, Yenya, something now. Yeah, that's it. Master may start to a banana gather and Mantis Mocha.
Yeah,
I didn't do quite our straight there because Ghana Mrano. I go for Ghana Mrano Yashi. how many times they have the court or the Biaro, the lawyer could not know, and I guess the other one outside them. No,
okay,
I'm running their self, I'm running
Yamin Kaho, you're CP. Okay, you're that's but your wow number is 0093 Drew so yanko.
the patriotic voice became
All the way from Missy Page Bichim, they go to the Bagana, me Baho first.
Unia, Bravichim, I don't say Bichim only gateway to a half room.
Gateway to Marty, mine too.
Aminia, Mamma and Chimo, Chief Alan, Chairman, the next president. Now, I tell you, Kwakun cancer, I don't know. Yeah. Minia,
na mami miss out kwakun cancer no ye hwan why den because o message bi ade be Facebook bi a oboni din
o fani kwakun cancer ni udi a wa ye oboni tirimu for say o pese obeye MP emrashe bejani o tano south mayen
okay
na mayen no so no onya ma no kura na ne ma wa sha se a o ye ede bo atemamufo no utimi se isi nkura pa
okay akom ni nchiremu because message bi ade be bi a wo chia no me who ni pakro
yes
twaso
opayino ibuta binia me to amata so no ye basre onse na mo kan ensenchire fo asem se amomo homo ye mo nsem no ye Ghana hanya sa na ensenchire fo no yiwu ye ya krom afo de na ekwa te se wa jiska wa no o yi egu ba ko anu asia ko si se obewie no sikana amabi ma na fi watan fi ho no okope ba bi foforo enti de we amomo ho no ye professional work no muni amomo okro ma no ntu omofo no omo nya adwuma no frenchim na fe me san ko ma sem so di mu no ye wura alan resign ye no ye ne kwan so o resign me efi se amamu opia mu no se wo to ti wani so se wo ko position bi a ibro no kura no so de to ho na MPP mu so no enipa ewe chire no doso entity bala and post we to ho e wo se nana ehe no wadi mo obi ne ti bala and form mo bi say na chidi for no ne ka so on si form no me kan ho ne ni nyina nya aduma bi say ti bala ne braso so ti mi be di o manpanyi wo o man mu man bi say e bre bi e chema ho na nana do e ko ya wo nana nya nwi ni kura wo so o ma jama mi ni apanyi nana so e di tu say o kwa next time na duru no so if there ne ba ya afi de yewi ya yes akeka nsempi me da me sa o mo nsem na o mo keka say we ne de me nyantin fi opanyina no ensanchirafo na bi ne keka o mo nsem wo be kom kura no o be san be chira pa cha o say o man kan sa etiminia ye he enum ni anya adwuma mfa mo achi falan say ya o betimi aba be kura franka no mu di ama enti ye supporters o mu di chi falan chi no mu obi an hwa agroma ne tin wo so ye nyina nyira ho nya adwuma den mini amekoyi ma me mo abaso na mentia me wife first abodi me da ase
ya da ase yenu abema kwaku Eric Boadi patriotic voice Alfred Bichim me acha wa adru su sesia wo number ne ye 0249 na ye hwan
me bato ye from Sankara me ka se fi adenta
adenta wa kra
me bato an
oh okay
really me fan cream mo din MIU ran Kojo Alanche Martin incoming president Mijili says I'm media and bring a woman printing idea. Or no ubia, Ghana Yano. Nasa MPP Yopubia or Green Gassu to one. That's it. Opomi come near commerce no. Na a Momokase and Camufone a kiss of Vassali. Media and who is set to see an Ghana had ye and Camufonia kiss of Huna in Papapo. Nemo says, Nipana at the neighbor so a competent superman at the manager. And you can problem when you so yes, I do my move Bomia, Utia, and then what's in Yaka. Utia and Canis and the Ghana for issue, a card that we are, and then so come have been able to Bomia. Yes, and then MPP in the Papo, Apple dinner somewhere, nay, in Simbi, it's MPP for you drink up and what Dr. Bomia and Pancasa. It's the Oppo, as an idea, then go to my idea and Canadian. Next once I went in India, maybe said, if you call said Dr. Bomia, and because he didn't see Chankora, near you are Alan, nobody man. You will be asking, the Chemian. Also, didn't design. Your famous Sankara, because
Sankara, yes, Sankara, Denta Crowd. First time I'll first show you in your own. Yes, your dad. Yes, your dad. Sankara from Accra. Mebacho wa number is 6087 no Edru so we are na 8638 no so ko 6087 bacho hoya.
Abraham Opon Dia. We will say Suyan.
Abraham Opon Dia.
Dia. Bacho ai Suyan ena mi butu.
Oh, okay. Abraham, my intio.
Me da se ohene. Me dia ma me fan chia mo de ma yewura kwajo chairman na yen kan chia bi delegate say me Abraham de me chim de me sa shejem ya kosra peja se papa ni uni asem e sanse na kufu ado adawro ma o de fie se kese aba nko yo be wi akọ university no mu wi a adwuma sem kwambe ne de mo fe be paso ya papa ndi mfiti dwuma be ba enye tambia ne de yem de ni kwa koso aba adwuma so yenya mfiti dwuma so ya se ne yenu anu amoso mo wabuchi mfiti dwuma ni ma ebia nka dodo na ntimi nya kwan ni enti ya behre e ya wan pipiri se nipa ho wabotere o nya misuro o hyehyɛ papa ye ewura kwajo chemanten e ko school na nipa o di first oni wo yo to so mi ni wa yo to so mi esa nya na duru so because you see ye wo sunwem e krisofo e yankamufo ani de yan fa mo brɛ kana na nipa ba ko na mo yan hwɛ nipa o betima break page no o ye ya kwajo chemanten dreama me nya so se data ni bia wo na chi ndi wa wo fi se wo pa mampanyin ni bi no okoti line na eduswa ambi bidie osona wo kyera ye bo wa baso ye wo kwajo chemantin ya botan sonye nti ye ne mraje ye nya ye kan ye humom ne ye botan ye papa ne betima ye e kan ye wo na kufuado o de adwuma hye ne nsa no o hene wo ngulu wani mase one district one factory ene nyame ato o wa sambo wo ka wo ha enti se traffic di dwuma no ma awoto be ba ko no bebebe ne ntokwa no so beti amayi na ye ho atoye uni nyame mo adwuma
Mbaja also didn't this first time as an ambassador me kai mudino.
Abraham Opondria me butu suyan.
Abraham Opondria. Sarah kunu Abraham. Yeah, that's ya tai frɛ obunu no ye me de papa na bunu fo wa hanti ya na omo kyerɛ me nua ba bi wa Adom market. Uma bi Africa market ke siepa wa ha na yiri na wo kyerɛ me kakra ba do kan na me de mo enti misro ya tai frɛ na kyerɛ me bunu no mo wa bu ka sa ye me de check as bia
me chane pi da bia me fire mansro
ya da se Abraham ya chia sunwan fo nyina okay mbacha wa number 8638 na ho ya
opo national e komo ya
me ni pass one ase otumfo mantwa so otumfo mantwa so hope otumfo cha hope o take fm wa yenkwa
opo bibia bokode
nyame adom
e da nyame as gara so boko na opo asalbedi akoso last group ji ba
o chairman
Chama sabedi akoso last group ji pa me ka sai nura
okay
na yeto oni baba ba ko odo kan wona na MVP umo organizer US the friend Barbara
Barbara Fremi Anopa ya
onu wakasa
Barbara Fremi Barbara Fremi
me do no ma
Barbara Fremi Anopa ya Barbara Fremi Anopa ya
opo me ko meni mo ma me for education na bentia honorable Alan Kojo Chamati that 2025 president opo and for the first time the name Malutu na adwin so the thing o hwe asema MP be kan ya me se bi na me wo ne bone bi a ewo o hwe ayi nyina di to me wi ase nyina obi ne se Ghana a Christian country so the America o po mo na mo yi a Christian country so the American kemofo Muslims so ba wo timi ko fa Muslims so on ma di American so it is you say Christian the dominate even no one can say be no for is ba ko se ma se be hu nya ne frenya me accuse of to pass out one man and no be frenya me and what say Christians near the dominate etini me hu nya ne boni bia say you better say Ghana a Christian country because it's a Christian media.
Bacho anya manucho na one nya adwene Kalusha manucho de no also statement okay Kalusha na one nya adwene manucho de o se de papa kan no ne kan
sɛ wonni sika na wonya Bosuo
amepacho
sɛ wonni sika na wonya bɔbɔ no so
oh do ba
na akɔpa yɛ wado na wanya kakra wo akɔkom wokɔ na sauce no so shoes na wo a wobɛtɔ shoe no wo gya sauce because wo tiri sauce wa ba bɛ shoe
yeah
ba bɛ tuma shoe wa ba wo sauce ana meboa
yeah
ɛno kyerɛ Christians ne dominate ɛno ti ne yɛsi yɛmpɛ Christian no ɛde wobɛdi yɛnim na yɛnkɔ to abama no yɛsi yɛpɛ Christian ne so wabrɛ wɔ party ne mu deɛ deɛ a ɔno no ɔna bɔ alankɔdwo kyerɛmate because ɔno na tradition yɛnim no dada yɛmfɔ mo hyia bipia bɔ bɛm sɛ 442 yɛnsesa no ana wo me boa
me de wona akɔ
442 ɛno ne yɛde wini sɛ nyinaa
okay
hello nipa bi pɛsɛ na ɔmo sesa na ɛnya adeɛ no ɔbɛyɛ adwene ɔpo me kɔ ne deɛ sɛ de bi kaka no ɔna bɔ alankɔdwo kyerɛmate ɛnɛ wo ba Ghana ne ya ɔno na delegates na ɛkasa adwene so ɛno ti na papa no wasi fam ɔstate adwuma no ntɛm
okay
ɔne nyame nya adwuma
yɛda ase yɛkɔma yɛ aso ase otumfoɔ mantwea pɛɛ mpakyɛ wo a wo number yɛ 3490 no to aso wia na 7275
mehyɛ oburu
ɔde hyɛ ba ɔsɛ bɔ nsuni anaa
ɔde hyɛ ba na ɛbɔ nsuni no kasai ngyina mfiti national headquarters ɔme sɛ nyampamfoma na mede hyeɛ ɛyɛ Nana Atuata, the head of local government service, and former chairman one, somebody who
okay.
We know about that, and there was no Chelsea. The American Academy, actually, or the share, the only baby. Ghana, and then I'm going to get to baby. We had done Zonko, we had the young to about that. And to me, what come with you back? Let any attempt base the government to more. Now, when you be the wiki to culture more than in 10 weekends, because you need the agro. Now, you know, who could come what? Who show my penny, then was some more kind. Say, could you tell my commission want to me, the local piano, 1D, 1F? Listen to our doom TV. Catch on the mention, we face you over the CSO. You send this to me, yes, what's it? I can't you sure. Because also said the better has a crown. In our presidency, almost so. And I said, I'm not Ghana for the key because president won't be. And to much like Ghana for me, a 2 in a shot in 4. For Joe, the time in then get the cash will see. And until we see coming because party will say, we might have seen it, also party New Year, woman of 4, yet Tawachi. Let me come and come to me, campaign one to the national headquarters, and in a mere bomb. And that's how I tell I drink you. Ukasa, free, see no fun, Tabanaka, and touch you for cheap, and then we'll give you a percent, and let you know, now let's say, you know, I sent to follow the 4 of the case. Someone or to secretary and
now we are Santa. Oh, yeah, Santa Santi. I said now we are tribalistic. Oh,
I said, all those things. Nakanga, when you to Kaunia. And yes, I saw one to Scabu in the travel. But check all. It's okay to moment to Libya to a council. And yes, look at the man in the when she do procrastinate. To say, look, half for. You will get us an answer for. So bad. Some to the human, much more. I'm on the cruise into the human, and there was something winning. It will never not try. Yeah, me can say. That way, you put that mention as a 20, and yet 2, and a record can see 2012, 2010, in your life. Now, do you move Bobby, super delicate, it's a meter, no Cassandra yet try. Oh, when it's
okay.
Okay.
Audition about Sabos, yes, your das. Is also work on Afriana? Oh, audition about a line article. Okay, I'm for last caller because one abo. I'm for 3419 Pacha.
Opo Natina, ya osonfu he Salasi.
Hey, Salasi. And then go a program and come on, man, Filian City. Hey, Udini de Kumikra, Yanko.
Oh. Malaria be having you made the metra above them.
Malaria shaking off. Kajan's on baby granda.
Opo de kano me de classroom ko bema minu anom go so fu a United States any afufu nyina na afi machia inspector Kojobu ache afo regional police bureau obo adwuma na afi me de ntia kase ama the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana Honorable Alan Kojo Chirematin Ghana fo nyina Kojo na bibia obi a metia no opo meba ma asem so a che NPP delegate opo yento sabe yento abafon saa o yenimode efri 1992 yenye mistake da che MPP no osum MPP a ene ye hye wanimunyam o osum MPP obra ho ase emra no so a delegate yene aye beto aba ama o che ekwan a ye fa so to aba ma ye papa kofo ye duru ye papa kofo ado so ye hye nanimunyam che ye first ye national chairman 17 wako contest ni bia na onya but emra no so ye de nyina ye tisi form eye campaign ma ye papa Steven Tim se aduru no so ni mrenie ene ye to aba e de hye na monyam na da na adu Kojo Chirematin so dia ebi no masole agina sa ye mpene emma Kojo Chirematin emma ye MPP flag bearer opo the MPP fo ye mistake ye ko to aba emma obi na enye Kojo Chirematin a ye be ko opposition NDC for any brabere no the MPP ko opposition dia ene ye enkai say ye betena fie be aduasa ntimi anya mfonso tibe sire minu anam delegate a mo wo amanone US ene ba bibia Unity Radio ko pem Ghana ma ye anya mfonso na Kojo Chirematin aduru no so ye se na monyam na enwuma pa ye papa kofo be ye papa kufu ado be ye no ono nso metoa so na Ghana ye mfa ye ntampa enfra opo uni nyame nya adwuma
nyame nka ho yada CP Hail Salasi David mame de because me to infa David enfa ko bi man kalu about 16 esa news no beche among focus so afra uma yeah next from Ochina Korean try na emrantem na ya ma callers no longer time Worcester for no say last week Worcester for no free but is there a matiado mama Ghana for na for show no you do political season jomu ndi agrokra na me kan messages because there were a lot of messages are men kan here na men kan emfa news no esa na asa ya fa callers no na eja mo a almost the messages and so edi aba ma men kan kire branty or free semester na your time na so but your wow friend your time na so nti ento aso wo kina fa che why ye kofa news no we already 7 minutes past nti fa che nyame adman na ato aso why ye da ase so what ase amai okay couple of messages Antonio Apia say why Ghanaians talk too much? What is wrong with Ghanaians? I get it. I mean, what is wrong, and at the same time you get it. I think you meant to say you don't get it. Let American. Let at America. Can someone tell me how long America has been in democracy? But Obama came in and break that course. The same time, America is still America. What is wrong with Ghanaians? Okay, so he's supporting the fact that Christians na idea so sa no nkyerɛ sɛ obi ntumi mfi Muslim community mu media so because Obama being the black person obi breaki ama na yenya black sitting vice president and so Johnny Texodro man see no he's a Christian ex-president. He's talking about Mahama. Yeah, please I won't. Okay. Oh, I know bisa question say is Mahama not a Muslim? And we be yi na no. Question was to say I don't know start this for what kind of form say na insisi so. I mean kind okay, Eric Kwakubu say or a patriotic voice be chim. Sometimes I don't know why John Dramani Mahama and his NDC speak like they haven't been in power before. I beg all Ghanaians to still have hope in Nana Addo Dankwa and his NPP government. Greetings to Mr. Kwaku Nkansa, aka Pani of Techimentia. Hail Salasi. Our phrase is here so the message FR Facebook by or say or a patriotic voice. Oh God. So regards to Honorable Alan Kojo Chirematin, the next president. The NDC party has no moral right to criticize the NPP government because in their time in office we experienced historic Dumso, Sada, Jida, Bars Brandon scandal, Brazil World Cup corruption scandal, Unemployment Graduates Association, and many more. NDC party, never again. Stephen Owusu says, good morning, Opo. United will win the league. Kwesi Owusu say, you guys are missing American football. It's easy, cry, and fun to watch. I love sacking. Kwesi Kwatin message Odiba ini Opo National, I greet you and your panel members. You are doing a great job, and Ghanaians need Honorable Alan Kojo Chamatin to be their president in 2025. So I urge all NPP delegates to vote for Alan to be our flag bearer. Thanks to all delegates as usual. Monitoring you live from Bonyure, home of Kente. Sakrachi Kaluja. See a shushan a chira kwane kwa ya kopeki intefrin ho or Bonyure Kwatin from Pong. Mami Alice Kwa say, good morning, brothers. Great job done for Mother Ghana. God bless you. That's Mami Johnny Texodo man who say, my regards to the G30 members and Honorable Alan Kojo Chiramatin, 2025 president from Ekom Eya. Kwesi Usu Edieni. Opo, you remember Prophet Odro's sermon about Fanti women? We live in a country where some tribes believe they are kingdom, therefore better than other tribes. We have tribes where is a no-go area to marry from. We all know this, but we can't talk about it. Johnny Tex Odro Menu says, Opotel Kalusha Osakoto is not in the race. Honorable Alan Kojo Chiramatin, all the way. The delegates are already and have already endorsed him as presidential candidate from a Komaya Aswasi Amekum. Opo fact, Ghana is not a Christian state, but a secular state. Okwesi Yankasa Ghana a Christian state. All we said, and it's a Christians dominate. That is what the man said. And yes, Ghana a Christian country. Nti and yes, Anana Yeka nti mpacho Yana Washanenso. Eno enso edie. Eno. Antonia Pia say, please, I want to know if ex-president, I know them some Makayama Obi Yano. Okay, for on that note, na aha. Ena ebrebe ma ekwan ma ene dwumadie no so yede asi nyame nhira obibia. And to those of us in America, ya ma obibia happy Martin Luther King Day. Ene eya for fida school for nyina anko school eno ne mamu nyina happy Martin Luther King Day. But said dem kan no Boston Celtics ene Charlotte Hornets almost started basketball no. I feel almost started 2 points each. The game has just begun. Celtics ne share and almost ababete in the first quarter and almost started. Okay, Yadamusi and Yadmako Peace 104.3 near the Tree News no at the Atuamuso Yankopon ya Duma Ochinopa say yesu mai na yetinkwamwa yene mubishia na yesan ede foforo ede abremo by kai say jumadi enyumakobi adaroma na omuso yasene ema yede abremo Kumasi market ebo yechidom dendending na yede abro sanso na eye Dan Auto Repairs Master Danso Bakope enso eta yechi na yedi jumadi edi ebremu sanso na yedi aseda kese pa edi ema eye Dr. Kwabi Scientific Care sanso na yedi aseda di modern edi ma eye Kumasi Market Anochi Trading Lemonade Finance so be send sika ko Ghana ye rate ni was reach bia omunso eta yechi na yedi jumadi Eddie Ebremo. I couldn't have done this all by myself, but like I keep saying, with my able lieutenant Manucho Magandi Gaucho Margarita Lamolina Mimpemi Wasem and Afi Kim Kalusha. Meaning Eddie Noah Upoku Jemfi between my friend Opo National Special greetings and of course Happy New Year to you, the one and only finest DJ in town, DJ X. DJ X, bro. Big ups. Jinafono zone yankasa memvanteso. Okay, yeah, call Peace 1043 straight up. Na ye news no dey atom. So after that, drive time ebeba. Opo National, many mabeja for ya kramo. Ya mamu nyina monitor addition.
Same program